just an underdog with wounds I can't show. First to come last. No one knows my name. Ashes to ashes. It's time for a change. I've been thinking it over. I've been taking my time.
Yo, what's up, everybody? Time for some tunes to get you going here. We got about an hour and 20 minutes, and I will fill those an hour and 20 minutes with the tunes to get you going on this Wednesday. I also got a Darkseid to Flow block in here. That should be hype. A block of 6 songs by the one, the only Darkseid to Flow coming at you. And that'll be towards the end of the... Let's finish with that, huh? Let's do that. Here's a spoiler alert. The playlist is not done, but I'll work on it as the playlist goes. That's how it rolls. On real-time playlist creation. All right, anyways, enough nonsense. Let's get to it. WPIG 1651. Come on. Stop fucking around. Go.
Broadcasting live from Stratford, Connecticut. You are listening to WPIG.
And I made a commitment to her that I was not going to play mobile games a ton anymore. I say every once in a while, maybe you'll see me pick up the phone and play it or whatever, but that'll be it.
Yes, I play some of this in WWE Damnation game, but they still fucking talk about to this day, alright. When I basically started dating my now wife, okay, I basically said I want to focus on real life stuff. I don't want to focus on spending time with this woman. I want to build a family. There were certain times when I was addicted to it. I played it too much at the WWE Supercar game. I played it too much. There was like events where I was playing it like countless hours to work. On cold guitar and shit like that. I made a commitment.
No, I'm not gonna let you lie. I know you're lying. I'm gonna pick on you. I know you're lying. Being dishonest and begging for money and people wanting justice. He is not a real person. He is not genuine. He is not honest. He's a scammer. I just see a scammer.
They were right.
Holy shit, Phil. The detractors.
They were right.
Holy shit, Phil. Your detractors.
They were right.
Holy shit, Phil. I just see a scammer. Begging. Like, we totally fucked him.
Alright, I'm done. I'm done.
I understand everything now. I know why there's this hate wave on him, and it's been on him for years. It's because of this bullshit.
American Mall.
Now, what does the sugar do in the sauce?
Adds sweetness, adds a contrast. If you don't, it's all going to be tartness, and you won't have any
It's gonna
kind of
be
sweetness
acidity
to
from
the sauce.
tomatoes.
Right, you'll have
And then
tart
spice.
and its acid and nothing else. All right. So now we got to stir all that in, and then we add our final ingredients, and then the meat.
This one's for all my baby girls.
Italian wife. Italian wife. Italian Bills. Italian Darkseid Flip. Italian wife. Italian wife. Italian chill. Italian can't give her a pill. I'm half kind of European mix. European style, Asian fusion style tips. Greasy hair. Pasta once a week. Authentic style, Asian fusion style, Italian.
Guess what else we're going to add? Sausage. That being sausage.
That being said,
That being said, hello. This is Phil Burnell. All right, and just wanted to tell you that I love the podcast. That being said, big ups. That being said, which vest is podcast best? That being said, relaxing, chill, interactive, fun. That being said, which vest is podcast best? That being said, relaxing, chill, interactive, fun. AL Team Insider, the legend, fantastic Mr. Sam, the dentist, Steve to the Dead, psychological style host. Get well soon, man. Me or Cap, artistic style host. That being said, which vest is podcast best? That being said. say? Which vest is podcast best?
If there was ever meaningful content, it's being produced right here on That Being Said.
He can't do math.
Now, guys, we got to start with the request. And this is a very serious request, okay? Because we got Ludwig in the house, which is always a hype day for us.
What up?
But the reason that Ludwig is here is because we need someone to fill in the seat of Meerkat, and he is gone because why? Because he cannot be here on Wednesdays. So my request is now to Catherine's workplace to please change your schedule and let the day off be on Thursday again. We begging you, please. But Luke is here, and he always fills the seat in a very honorable and respectful way. Ludwig, how you feeling today? Come on.
Doing great. How you guys doing? How's it going, ladies and skeletons? What clip do we got queued up here?
Oh, mama, I got a great retro react for you here. And it is of the math variety.
Yes.
I don't know your favorite subject, but mine was not math. But I can tell you one thing.
I try and avoid
I
it.
knew the answer to this question. Okay? So let's get a quick math problem out of the way here. Okay, guys? Come on.
What is X in the following numerical sequence? 1, 3,
Get our brains
7,
going.
13.
Well, he lucked his way into this one, but this is not the one I want to show. But this is also one he didn't understand. This is the one I want right here. Okay, start please.
So it can't be 1. Isn't it 2 and 3? I guess I'll say 4. I don't know. What is the answer to the following equation?
All right, so for people that can't see, it's 1 plus 2 times 3 plus 4 times 5. That's what's on the screen right now, just for your reference. Go ahead.
Oh, what the fuck? You gotta do the math first. So it's 6.
You got to do the math first. I
Guys,
see.
you gotta do the math first. Guys,
Hold on.
You gotta do the math first. All right, just get that straight. Let's go.
Fuck, never mind. It's not.
No, some of you do it out of order. You do the math second.
So
6 plus 9.
listen to this statement.
The math
Listen.
first. So it's 6.
Yeah,
So it's 1 plus 6 plus 9.
No.
you tell me. 1 plus 6 plus 9. That's our
Where'd the
first
nines
instinct.
come from?
I know. 16. Oh fuck, never mind. It's
Okay,
not.
so he figured that. He said 1 plus 6 plus 9. Okay, that's not it because that answer's not there. Now we enter
No.
panic mode. Here comes panic mode.
Carry the bridge.
Fuck.
Okay. Yeah, sloth.
Which one is faster?
Wow.
Got to divide by pi, which is 3.14.
Mike is late for his dude.
So he gets 29. Let's get to the recap. So then we get to the recap of what you got wrong. And of course, we're going to handle this very maturely, I assume, right? We're not going to have a lot of excuses for messing up a math problem, right? Just hold on.
So this one I got right.
Nice.
It was 1.
Listen.
Well, you're adding the numbers together, right? That's what I figured out as I was doing it. I was like, you're adding that number plus. I
My
guess,
brain
the next
figured it
number
out on the fly
sequence,
in
right?
my head.
He explained.
Also, yeah.
He explained something that is not how you got that answer. He said you add the numbers together and then you add it to the previous one, and that's how it works.
That number plus, I guess, the number in the sequence,
Uh-huh.
right?
Okay.
That's how you're getting them. This
Gotcha.
one, I don't know how a die is laid out. They're saying it's what? 2? So 2's on
Think
the
about
side.
it.
I don't know that. This one I just guessed because I don't even know how to do this.
Listen.
It has to be in parentheses, or are they doing? Hold on.
So
Are
it's-
they saying
Order of operations.
1
Please
plus
excuse my dear Aunt Sally. It's
times
parentheses,
3
exponents,
4 plus 5?
multiplication, division, addition,
Are
subtraction.
they saying, like, how can you say that for math? Are they saying, hang on a second.
Times 3 plus 4 plus 5? I don't even know.
What?
I really have no clue.
The multiplication goes first.
These made sense. These were
Okay, gotcha. So this is a valedictorian here, okay?
By vote, I guess, is how it happened.
So I want to show you a not valedictorian, if you don't mind, just for comparison, how
Wait.
they might handle problems like
Before
this.
you do,
Yes.
Sam, is it just me or does that pass thing make you think of Pizza Express?
I was literally just thinking that. Yes. I knew I'd seen it somewhere before.
British
Yeah.
references. British
weird, isn't it?
references. British references.
It's a little bit
All
weird,
right, so let's go to a non-valedictorian, how they handle math problems. This is a tweet from the one, the only Jenna, Kool-Aid Girl herself. she was posed with the question of 2 plus 5, parentheses, 8 minus 5. And unfortunately, she thought the answer was 21. So she did not get it correct either, but I cut her a little more slack, actually, because I don't think she finished high school. So
This is what they call street smarts.
yes, this is a great example of street smarts.
Wow.
So there we
People
go.
at YouTube got that book smart.
Valedictorian, not valedictorian, same math level. Makes sense. Make it
It's the
make
same
sense.
picture.
That's what Craig would say. Same picture. Okay. So today we're going to get some messages. We're going to get some react. We're going to get everything in here. But the thing to talk about first, I guess, is I need my boyfriend. I need my BBC energy. It doesn't end. It continues. Philip just can't quit LTG. He can't. So, a quick recap on the situation. Now, you might say I'm going to recap real quick and talk to you about the last week, but no.
Yeah.
I'm going to bring you some new information.
Yeah. You hit me up last week when we on the show. Like, what are we going to talk about? We're going to talk about LTG, and then a week later, like, this is the same thing. Really,
Same show as last week, basically. Sam, could you please bring up the DM that LTG showed on his stream?
I can indeed.
This is from May 9th, 2023. Okay, so this is earlier in the year.
Here it
And
is.
I want to read you the
23.
kingly message from DSP to LTG here. It says, "Hope you're doing well. I purposely stayed away from doing any reacting to documentaries or videos about you after our conversation last year, because that was a respectful thing to do after you asked me to." Okay. LTG said, "Don't react to my shit." Philip didn't do it, but he said that was the respectful thing to do. Anyways, if you ever want to break the internet, let me know.
I'm putting a crew together.
I'd be open to an interview, stream, or podcast. Unlike all of these other idiots, we actually have self-respect. And these lolcow fucks have no idea what that means or why it makes us so different.
He really does act like he's Agent Fury going around recruiting these people to like a higher cause. It's like you're talking to these people like you're not like a human. You're talking to them like you're a recruiter. It's really off-putting.
No, it's worse than that. It's like $1 million man trying to form a new stable.
Yeah. Like he's
Well,
Norman
I-
Osborn with the Avengers.
Yeah, well, I was picturing just like two guys at school that are like the social outcasts, just kind of like, yeah, we're the cool guys, right? You want to hang out with me,
All
that
those
kind of thing.
nerds and their dorkiness. We're
And that
cool
we know
balls.
confirmed from Philip's own mouth. That's what group he was in, by the way. The people
Yeah.
that didn't have a group. So you know what that
Yeah.
means. You know what I mean? But yeah, so Philip here is trying to get his team up and says, "Yeah, fuck them. Let's get them together. Come on." Unlike all those other idiots, and I believe he's making like the Lolcow Live podcast maybe or something with that other idiots. I'm guessing all of the other idiots. I think he's more directed maybe towards the Lolcow Live people. I don't know though at this time. This is May 9th, by the way, remember? So we're in May.
Just throwing the
Lolcow Live
offer out there.
Yeah, so maybe we should capitalize on that and benefit from it. But I completely respect your avoidance of me because of all the internet drama bullshit too. Just throwing the offer out there and wish you the best. There we go. So that is when the new first arc happened of trying to... Oh, this is even before the EVO invitation, I believe. This was like... When was EVO this year? Wait, after May, right? So yeah, this is before the more recent asking to break the internet with an EVO fight. Remember that?
Yeah,
Can't remember.
This is
But
going back a
anyways.
bit now, yeah.
So anyways, LTG did not respond to this. Then Philip came back with the whatever bullshit was on that, please let's break the internet during EVO and let's play a set. It'll break the internet, dude. Yeah, whatever. LTG turned that down and said 5 bands. 5 bands, pretty simple. 5 bands, I'm in. Then, okay, time passes. Then we become the king. We become a true royalty. Now we go back to the bus and say, hey, LTG, now people like me. Now, how about now? What are you thinking? LTG says, you know what? Fuck that. 30 bands now. DSP comes back to that with this. So let's play a little bit of what DSP played yesterday. Remember, this is him felting LTG and all that words felting.
LTG cares so little about DSP hearing his response. He's made it difficult for him to even watch it and react. So it's a completely one-sided communication.
Oh shit, Declan does. Thank you. It's 2023. The first message I read.
Yeah.
Thank you for that. Yeah, so that was well before. Yeah, we're talking last year shit. It's been a while.
Yeah.
Come on. Anyways, let's go. My bad, Declan.
A response to the response to the response to the response. And I should do this. New topic, everyone.
Oh yeah, what does this mean?
That is because apparently it's easy for people to find that when I go like this and say new topic. They're able to find that, and so they can timestamp the video and stuff easily.
I think it's the editors that he has, or OP Boone, whoever, just going through the transcript and Control F in new topic or something like that, and then it finding it there. So it's easier for them to go and find the moments.
So lazy.
It's manual style.
I think it is.
Who needs search transcript when you can do this?
You just scroll
Just get with
along
those
the
clapboards. Like, clap, Lucy.
Plus, it helps me to find this when I'm clipping stuff. Okay, so new topic for everyone. To a response. Earlier this week, I responded to a response to a response to a response to a response from LTG. At this point, it's becoming so convoluted with these responding to a response of the same video.
Like, I don't know,
and
man.
LTG's
Fucking stop then.
so poor.
You could, at any point, you could stop this. LTG is very, very clear about his stance on this, but DSP is the one that keeps bringing it up. All right, here we go.
There's no way you can even tell what response is the new one, what's the old one. Like, the guy literally streams identically every day, so his camera's in the same spot. You can't tell even if this is the old response, the new response. He's completely unprofessional with how he makes content.
So there's a lot of things to unpack here, but first is he streams with the camera in the same place as in what everyone on the internet does ever. I mean, there's some people that change a little bit, but you know what I mean. He's talking about, why don't you say directly, DSP? What you want to say is he doesn't have LED lights that he changes the colors of like me. That's what he's talking about. That's it.
I wish he'd get it into his head that none of what's sat behind him is anything to flex about. Nothing about his setup is anything to flex about at all.
I'll show you.
Do you think he means just like LTG's always in the corner, but Phil moves his around?
Could it be that too? Oh my God, that's even worse. I move my camera around.
Yeah.
Great content.
I'm really reaching. Otherwise,
holy shit!
I don't get his point because he was kind of making the same point back when this originally started. When he originally, before the whole, the talking about he's sexy and all that. Although before all the changes occurred, he still had the same points then about like he was slagging off his setup. Then it's like I'm pretty sure his camera's a decent one. And it's got, it's not amazing or anything, but it's got a nice kind of natural looking room behind him. Like there's nothing to take the piss out of there. I don't really get why he's focusing on it so much.
He's very bad at detracting.
He is horrible at that. I mean, he's horrible at any interaction with any human ever. I think we've learned now. He never comes out on top of any of these interactions. And remember, he's trying to take the moral high ground by not making fun of things that aren't on the stream, right? So he's not going to talk about LTG's, all this stuff, all that stuff, daughter and stuff like that. He's not going to say any of that. So you got to keep it on the stream. But he even doesn't have the skill for that. So he finds random things to make fun of, like cat towers. But that's not going to stop. So let's keep going.
Okay. So basically, I had a kind of enough of that. And I was like, I said my piece. I made some clips. Like, enough with this guy because I don't even know what the point is at this point because it seems like
I'm pretty sure no one does.
Enough. I've had enough of this guy. Really? You've had enough of this guy? New topic, LTG. I've had enough of this guy. Come on, man.
Make sure you guys clip this.
Yeah.
Instead of lying and says, I want I want 5K, 10K, 25K,
Lying.
1 million K.
How is he lying?
Interesting
That's
number.
that's the most frustrating part of it is he says instead of lying, right? Instead of lying about what?
Yeah,
He's made
he's
it very
pulling things
clear.
out of nowhere. He's pulling things out of his backside at the, he's saying lying, and he's also saying threats in a bit, like,
Yeah.
Yep.
there's
Yep.
literally, he's just making shit up. It's so weird.
It seems like LTG has been very matter of fact about this whole situation to me, but give me this
Must
money, I'll do it.
It must be like having a puppy like nipping at your heels constantly. For him. It's like, just go away, fuck off, go away, and he's not getting it.
So eventually, you got to step it up and be more direct. You got to get the spray bottle out. So we'll get there.
It's all bullshit. Look, the bolt in front of me and I can't get a tail.
Oh, Fall Guys.
This is stupid bullshit.
I'll miss it.
Yeah, this is fucking bullshit. He admitted it last time we were talking about him. He said, I want to get some kind of a benefit out of a collab, and I never get a benefit. And he even mentioned other collabs that I don't even know who these people are or what they are.
Right.
He mentioned that he did these collabs, and he got absolutely nothing positive out of them at all. So that's why he doesn't want to do it. Okay? So I said, well, what we should do is we should figure out a way that he benefits. Like, how can
He has told you this. Give him money. It's tough when someone is just not getting the point,
actually benefit? I guarantee you there is a way that he could benefit from a collab.
Money.
All right? I guarantee you there is a way he could benefit from collabing with me.
Money.
Just coming on this show and having a conversation.
Yes, money.
Or playing Street Fighter if that's really what people want. It seems like he's not interested in that. I'll be honest. I really don't think it would do much because I know I'm going to beat his ass. I have like so many characters in Master. And I want
like, okay.
Memeology adding the applause, by the way. Very good.
I was going to say.
There's not going to be.
Very good.
It's not even close.
So you're going to beat
So I don't
him,
even see the
but
point.
wasn't that one of the points of contention why you didn't want to face Stuttering Craig? Is because you
Yeah.
knew you would beat him?
Yes.
Why is this match so much better than the other match that you say you're going to win easily?
Yeah. It's so bizarre.
Craig would ask,
Also-
make it make sense here, but go ahead.
Also, didn't he lose to LTG when they played on Street Fighter?
Yes, that's
5?
true. That's the truth of the matter.
Oh, 4,
yes.
okay.
Was it
No,
4?
yeah,
Yeah.
5.
And
One
he
of
did
them.
lose.
It was 5.
Okay, but yes.
Just like the whole drama of play Street Fighter with this guy or whatever, right? I've learned from my days, my Project 7 days, where people
have
were
you
like,
now?
Oh,
Yeah, have you?
Or I should say, Respect the Pack was like, oh, we don't want anything out of this besides just plug our channel. No way, right? No way. There's no way that that's going to happen.
That didn't
because
quite work out, and they wanted more, and you avoided the discussion and said you had stomach problems.
Yes.
The shits.
So he avoided the conversation about money because he had the shits, and that's how he learned from the situation. Okay, sounds good.
They
Go
wanted
ahead.
up front, and then later on find out they wanted more, but they never told me. So now I look like the asshole, right?
They tried to tell him, just a reminder for any new viewers out there, Respected Pack tried to tell him they wanted more. They had a meeting, in fact, but Philip got diarrhea that day and didn't reschedule. So,
And
kinda
he
tough.
said they didn't want money, but you asked John and Howard, and they went to Respect the Pack themselves, and they said that conversation never happened.
So, you can trust Respect the Pack, who has never told a lie, to my knowledge, to any to thousands of viewers, or DSP, who has lied for 7.5 years to many, many people. Go ahead.
Why did
And
you
also
take
John
what they
and
said
Howard
at face
just-
value?
Let you know one
Shit.
whenever I get to it.
Also, John and Howard told him to
Right.
directly give him
Yep.
money.
Yeah, they said,
So,
just do it.
Yeah.
Don't
Even when told
ask.
directly,
Uh-huh.
you can't pick up.
Anyways.
Going to respond again. Hey, I want to know exactly what it is this guy wants out of it, and that he's going to get it, right? So
He's told
that's
you.
where we kind of left it, and I'm thinking
That's where we kind of left it.
It's a great pause there. I like that one.
We kind of left it there. You mean he told you what he wants and you spouted off for hours and then he didn't respond to that? Okay, gotcha.
probably it. He's probably not going to respond again, right? There's no way. We're done with this crap. If he really thinks he can't get anything out of a collab or whatever, then I guess there's nothing further to discuss. Why would we even talk about this again? I thought that
Gotcha.
was going to end, right? Until someone tells me,
Oh no!
Phil, Low Tier God live on his stream, unblocked you on Twitter and sent you a DM.
Yeah.
Right?
Oh boy!
Oh.
That's great. I don't
What?
really care.
Sounds like you do, though.
I'll get to.
Sounds like you really do, though. Really, really do. In your core, you were hoping for a response and you got it. And if you have that same thought, it gets funnier.
But when I get to it or whatever, all right? Like, seriously, whenever I get to it, we'll talk about it. Okay?
Right.
So,
I guess we're getting to it.
I don't really give a shit that he DM'd me.
Right.
And I figured I would save it till like the end of the week, and then I would see what he DM'd me about. Now, keep in mind, I never blocked the guy. He blocked me a year ago. All right? Basically, a year ago, I wanted to collab with him for the launch of Street Fighter 6.
Yes.
Street Fighter 6 was at the height of its popularity. Played
skipping old
probably
news.
more views than so much more.
It's
Skipping old
interesting
news.
that he's like really ramping it up against LTEG. The one day he's not wearing like a shirt.
Yeah,
Like,
interesting.
like,
He's not
now
being
it's like,
crispy today.
Yeah, not being crispy.
Yeah.
You're not crispy today.
But this is a flex for him though, isn't it? I've got my own T-shirt now, so kind of evens out.
Take that, LTG. Yeah.
The time to do it. And I kept talking about it, and he kept ignoring me. And then he started insulting me. He talked about my looks, saying that,
Okay.
Oh no.
I'm gonna retcon this real quick. Pre-con. He says he kept ignoring me and then he kept making fun of me. The truth of the matter is he made fun of DSP once with the crispy thing, and then that was it. There was not a kept making fun of me. It was a one-time event, and then LTG said see ya. Right? So that was the truth of the matter. And that one statement making fun of his looks made Philip change his entire lifestyle, by the way.
It's a very pertinent super chat from Hate Army there, which is a really good point as well, which you might want to
Phil's
read.
last week, you never checked your email. Phil this week, man, I'll read your DM when I get to it. Whatever.
Yeah.
So here we go. Keep going here.
That is awesome comeback. You say you have a peanut butter complexion. Don't you know that peanut butter is gross and sticky?
Oh God. Just want to be clear, like I don't want to be like defending LTG podcast here, which we kind of have to be in this case. Like we're not saying LTG is a cool guy by any means. We're just going through this one interaction with these two individuals. All right, everything else is not a part of the conversation right now. Here we go.
And my hairline and shit like that. Just dumb shit, deflecting shit. Because again, he doesn't say what he means or what he really thinks.
He kind of does. Like he's trying to tell you, man, I don't hang out with people who look like you. Which I mean, if you run around in certain social circles, you would know how weird that looks for him to just associate with someone who just looks like a bum.
Shit. First, it's my looks aren't good enough. Then it's I want money. But he doesn't want. None of that is true, right?
He actually does want money. He said it many different times in many different ways.
He wants to find a way to benefit, but he won't say it. He's not a. He's like
he said it
so bad. Like he's so.
This is so fucking crazy. He beats around the bush so bad. I want this much money and I will do it. How is that not jumping right in the diving into her bush, as DSP said? Remember?
As Adam would say, this is like abusive ex-boyfriend behavior. Come on, tell me how you really feel.
Yeah.
So
all these no's, it's just not cutting it for me.
Have you noticed some of the language that's creeping into his vocab at the moment, like deflecting? What was the other one? Accusing detractors of lying and all this kind of stuff. It's all again projecting. That was another one. Like it's all stuff we say about him, and it's constant. And it's again it's projecting, isn't it? It's or he's just watching a lot of detractor stuff. Who knows? But
he sees what is legit good advice is just like insults, so he just discards them immediately.
Yeah,
it's like deflecting, as in like you need to focus on your own stream and make it look better before you try and work with anyone else, including me. Like that's a really pointed advice, but DSP is like, oh well, I hear that all the time from my detractors, so obviously it's just an insult.
Good point. Yeah. And because of that, all the direct things LTG says, I just don't hear him. He says stuff. He wants money. He's just lying. Actually, he's not lying. He's been pretty upfront about that point. Very steadfast in his request. But all right.
Right.
Oh, A logging as well. Good point.
A logging. Oh yeah. He has picked up the A logging word. I think that's thanks to Sir June, by the way.
Last summer, he literally blocked me. He said, "Stop clout chasing me, bro." And then he blocked me on Twitter. So I could never talk to him ever again about anything.
Oh no.
That's pretty direct point, right? That's a pretty fucking direct way to tell somebody you don't want to talk to them. That's like changing your number with an ex partner. You know what I mean? I'm not sure what else I could do. I'm going to change I'm going to take away your ability to contact me. But okay, not ready yet. We're still not convinced that LTG doesn't want to work with us yet.
Okay. So all this stuff that we've been doing, going back and forth over the last couple of weeks, has been via video responses because I can't talk directly to the guy because he blocked me on Twitter.
Get the point?
He's the one who did it, not me. I wasn't going to block him. I don't know why the fuck he acts like that. Right?
Okay.
So anyway.
This man
Finally,
uses email to do everything. And so when confronted with the person who he's been blocked by on Twitter, has no other method of communication with them. Can't think of some other way that he communicates with people to use here. But Craig, why didn't you check your inbox?
Yep.
Around to taking a look at his DM because I was going to talk about it today. And I'm thinking he's probably going to tell me like, fuck yourself. I don't want to deal with you or whatever. And by the way, for the record.
No, he told you that part by blocking you, actually. He told you that by blocking you, and then you kept going. So then he unblocked you to say this, to finally try to get it through your head. But all right.
I would not show this DM if he didn't give me permission to.
He did.
Actually, in the DM, gives me permission to show this to all of you.
Yeah, whatever.
Right? So I'm assuming he probably already showed it on his end. I don't know. But I'm assuming that he did.
It was like the last sentence where it's like, use this on your bum podcast to get clout. He's like, he literally said it's okay for me to show it. It's like, all right, cool.
Right?
Very semantic.
So here it is. Here's the DM. It's directly below me here. Okay. So I'm just going to read this word for word.
Oh, yeah. Let's let him go. Let him go. Let him go.
Now share this on your poverty-ass stream, weirdo. See, get permission.
This is the first thing he sends me. Okay.
What do you want? Hey, Phil, how's it going? What do you want? What do you want? Hey, buddy, doing okay? Huh? What do you want? This is the first thing he says to me. Get this. You're going to love this.
And this is the first thing he sends me. Okay? I'm going to let you know one thing. Don't you ever in your life talk.
Oh, yeah.
You cannot compete with me in any category in life. I promise you, I shit on you in any category.
Awesome, Emology.
Very good.
This desperate attempt to create some beef to clip farm my name is as pathetic as your whole entire internet presence and demeanor.
Ooh.
I shit on you in revenue across the board and have been for years.
Ooh.
I do not need your bum ass. You need me. Now stay in that miserable slumber NPC.
NPC, no clue what that means.
That went right over my head. Okay.
Yeah, it'll be using it as an insult next week, though.
Oh, yeah, wait. Oh, yeah, good point.
These NPCs.
Yeah, when he gets like, like a troll in his chat, like LARPers. Oh, there's like NPC LARPers here.
Yeah. Oh, that's another one. It's not on the same topic really, but it's another example of another one that's crept into his usual, routine is calling LARPers or just trolls in his chat sock accounts. Like you're just referring to them as that now as well. Yeah.
Okay, nice.
That's a new one.
You are literally a bum to me. Now share this on your poverty ass stream, weirdo.
You should kill yourself now. He knows how to cut a promo.
Read it on your
taking up space in your blue glass bubble.
Okay.
You are as worthless as a summer ant.
This is what he sent me.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like
what?
Now I want you to think about this.
I'm thinking.
He says over and over, I want nothing to do with you. I don't want to collab with you. Okay? So I just keep roasting the fucking guy because every time that he doesn't respond,
do you now?
When?
I'm waiting for the roast. I'm waiting for the Philip roast of LTG to ever happen, ever. Okay, but let's go. Okay.
Idiot. Right? He's saying, I don't need money, but he keeps asking me for money to appear or to show in a collab.
Oh, God.
When he says,
this is what Philip just doesn't understand anything about how it works. Yeah, you pay people for their time, especially in the entertainment space. You pay, okay, you want to come on this, I'm making a movie. You want to be on the movie? I'll give you 10 grand. That's pretty much how it works, right?
That's a coat, bro. You sound desperate.
Oh, yeah, that's. I mean,
what are you saying? You need money?
Like, yeah, even if you're rich, you still get money for doing things. Even if you are a 10 billionaire, you still get money for doing things.
What are you, broke?
Yeah, what the fuck?
And even it like just beyond that, the whole point of LTG going, no, pay me this much, is very clearly to show Phil, like, look, I know what you're doing. I know why you want me on your stream. You want to exploit me and use me and get clout from me. So no, fuck you, pay me. And I'm going to make it an extortionate amount because I know you're not going to be able to afford that. It's just disses and disses and disses. And he's like, why does he want money? If he says he doesn't need it, why is he asking for it?
Yeah. And also basically like, I would get so little out of this. 5K up front will make it worth my while.
Yeah. Like you've never had a situation where maybe at work or something, they ask you to do something, but you don't want to do it. So you kind of like, all right, well, if you do this, I'll do it. Right? All right. Oh, I got to do this. Okay. 2 extra off days and I'll do it. Like you
make it worth my while.
Make it worth my while. So that's exactly it. And Philip does not seem to understand that.
I don't know why people think that I'm broke. I say it's because your setup looks awful. Your setup looks like you're living in like a dorm room.
That's fine.
Super cheap from Temu, the website or whatever.
Temu.
Got him.
Guys.
Temu.
How many things behind Phil is he actually bought himself? How many things in this stream has he bought himself?
It changes day by day. It's honestly,
true. Don't forget
can't keep track.
Okay, so the Tesla Light, I see you call it Tesla Light, that is from a like
special edition,
whatever,
collector's edition.
special
Yeah,
edition
Metal Gear
thing.
Revengeance.
The 8-bit painter painting, he did buy that because he was buying multiple of those every convention he went to. He could not resist buying that shit. And after that, who knows? And the crown, I guess, he did buy that on Amazon. After that, I think
numbers, like anyone can make those.
Or whatever.
He bought the house behind him. Yep, I'm found it.
You've got an LED wall that you won't show on camera, probably because it sucks too. You have it off camera. Like you have horrible lighting. Your webcam quality sucks.
Gross,
How's it horrible lighting? He's just got natural light.
This guy's gonna get TOS violated for abusive behavior. It's just bullying.
I wasn't so sure Philip could felt anybody, but now I'm convinced. Hang on, let's let him keep felting. The felting's still happening.
It's a fucking donkey shit. You know what I'm saying? So
anything else?
Why would people think that you have money when you don't present yourself as having money?
I don't think he wants to present like he has money. I think he finds that very like distasteful and gaudy and stereotypical. So when you try and call him broke, he doesn't want to come out like flex. Like he doesn't want to do that. So
Like
he just tells you straight up, like you have nothing on me. In that regard.
Yeah, the fucking irony of Phil saying this after spending years like slagging off people for having a setup that resembles what he now has, all the LEDs and all that kind of stuff. And now we've got the complete, the complete 180 of it, and he's doing what he's taking the piss out of someone that just doesn't care about that stuff. But I don't even see it. Like I don't see how it. Like I'm pretty sure he's using a DSLR. He's just got a nice natural looking like face cam. That's all it is. Like it's nothing. There's no bells and whistles, and that's fine. Like I don't get this at all.
Okay, no matter what LTG's real intentions are about what he wants to appear, it doesn't matter. You can't he appears poor, so he must not have money, right? You ever heard of Asmongold setup? You ever seen that?
Yeah.
Yeah,
he doesn't have
exactly.
money. Yeah. You ever, is Sir Moist have the gold fucking statues behind him with his Bentley behind him? No, it's just a normal streamer setup. What are they supposed to do?
It's better than what he had before, which is basically just like his bed behind him. And it's like, doesn't he get any credit for improving? Only you get credit for improving. We just ignore everyone else.
And how are we supposed to see this improvement on DSP stream, by the way, to a normal viewer? He has random shit behind him that looks okay. So we have a painting on the left. Okay. Oh, that screams thousands of dollars. That screams millionaire. We have a on-air sign. Oh, God, this guy must be loaded. He has a Metal Gear Vengeance or whatever, Tesla light. Oh, man, this guy is fucking loaded. He must be. Look at the random shit behind him. Oh, God, yeah. This dude's loaded. Holy shit.
Yeah, there's so much about what's going on in the background that you can pick apart. Like we say all this stuff about the stuff that's sat on the tables, but look at the tables themselves. We've got like tablecloths sitting on like old carts or whatever.
Yeah.
Like it just looks
He's got a cat castle behind him. Look at me. My cat just climbs on top of me.
Yeah.
Oh my God. I know. Wait till we get there. It's just like, okay, the bottom line is, God, same bottom line. The bottom line is, it doesn't matter what the fuck is behind you. It doesn't matter at all.
No,
it's not anyone's,
really.
it's a very
God.
competent streamer look. Yeah. See?
Yeah.
Anyways, let's go. Yeah.
Well, just one thing, because there's a before
please.
this comment gets lost, there's a really good point that I've never felted a man what didn't have it coming said before, which is I bet money that Keemstar is behind all this due to Phil's constant use of phrases like "this is how the game is played" and shit like that. That's not him talking.
Now that's a good point, and I do want to point out when we saw the Discord of Philip on one of those interviews. I believe it was.
It was the Stuttering Craig one because it's briefly visible after Phil hangs up.
Keem was in that DMs, and I believe it said something like "reach out to him." I can't remember. I don't want to say anything incorrect, but it said something like "reach out to," and we couldn't quite see who. So I very much think Keemstar is marionetting a few lolcows at the same time right now. But Philip was too stupid to get money for it. Now he's just doing it for free. So why pay the cow when you get the milk for free? You know what I'm saying? So again, that's what I'm thinking. But who knows? Who knows? He's definitely getting pushed in this.
So was Lugo as well. So maybe he's
Lugo's there too. You gotta go, Lugo. Come on, Philip. Or you need more people to interview. Better get Lugo in there. Come on.
People will think you're a bum. And that's what the deal is.
So what's your favorite video game?
So now Philip is trying to claim that his setup looks like a bum.
Okay. Great lighting and everything looked amazing. People will be like, all right, this guy's doing good for himself. Look at his setup. This guy's doing good, right?
Again.
But that's not how it is. He looks like a schlub. Like someone who's just barely getting a stream going, you know? So that's why, right? So all I'm doing, I'm responding very plainly and matter-of-factly to this stuff that he's saying and keep showing that he just exposes himself and makes him look stupid every time.
Oh my God, right? Phil, stop saying they're exposing themselves. The detractors have exposed themselves.
They're self-exposing themselves.
This is so wild.
Keem, get him to stop saying that. Please.
Do a collab. Right? And he doesn't want to do anything with me. All he should do is just say, all right, I'm just not going to respond to Phil anymore. I'm not. I'm just.
What a weird ultimatum.
There's no reason for me to respond.
You haven't given him that option when you keep bringing him up.
And he did.
He's given you 2 ultimatums.
And that was
5,000 and 30,000. Seems like a pretty good ultimatum to me. And then finally, he decided to break out the water bottle of this DM and spray his ass down. And now we get this.
Respond to Phil ever again.
Yeah, that's it.
It's so weird. He cannot not get the last word.
Yeah, he just
wants to have the last word. Like, give me the last word. Leave me alone.
Get that fucking felt, for a clip,
If that's the case, obviously I'm not going to keep talking about him. What's the point? Right?
You're doing it now.
Instead, he goes out of his way to unblock me on Twitter and then to send me this threatening DM. All right? So it's either
find me the threat in that one, by the way, anybody. Find the threats.
Having now looked at it, I think the only part I can see that even slightly resembles a threat is "Don't you ever in your life talk money to me?" Like as in like.
But if you put that in context, it's like it's just him saying like I don't want to have to flex and like show my financials and everything. It's none of your business, which is something that he would tell everyone else.
Yeah,
but it's like when you're calling me broke and saying I need the money, it's really not the case. I do it pretty well for himself. I mean, if you Google LTG's net worth, which he tells you to do, it's between $1 and $5 million, which I mean, you can tell if that's real or not. He's probably got a lot of debt to offset that, I'm sure.
Yeah,
maybe it's I shit on you. Like Phil's going to be officer. He genuinely said he'd come round and shit on me. That's how wild these detractors are,
I just think like a threat involves if you do this, this is going to happen.
Yeah.
And I see someone saying, "Don't do this." That's it. There's only the first part. Don't do this.
There is no threat here. Let's face it,
I think, hey, don't touch that. That's not a threat. I'm just telling you, don't touch it. LTG said, "Don't talk to me about money." That's the beginning and end of it. But all right.
Either one of two things. Okay, it's either this guy's ego is so inflated that if anyone ever catches him out and tells him something truthful,
he almost said cock there. I think he's got the BBC on the brain too. You hear that? He almost said it.
So inflated that if anyone ever catches him out and tells him something truthful, like your setup looks like shit, that's why people think you're poor. You keep asking for money, that's why people think you're poor.
That's my favorite. So,
he doesn't care if people think he's poor. He's fine with people thinking he's poor. Like
I know. Who cares? Who cares what people think about you?
It helps as a streamer for people to not think that you're rich because then they don't.
And Philip knows all about that.
Yeah.
Philip knows all about that.
Like shit. That's why people think you're poor. You keep asking for money. That's why people think you're poor. He can't handle that.
If only you understood the irony.
Great job, Emology.
It
Fucking
fries
awesome.
his brain like an egg, right? So now he's like seething at this. He's seething.
He's seething. He's coping. He's
now he has
feltoning.
to clap back somehow, right? And he
Like he's in
realizes
a
that every time he
casino.
has a video response to me, I make fun of him because it's always hilarious to watch his video responses because they're fucking terrible, right? So now he's like, well, I'm not going to give him that content. I know what I'll do. I'll unblock him and I'll give him a threatening DM because my e-thuggery will definitely work.
Yikes. Flying a little
Interesting
too close to the
choice
sun
of
there,
words
man.
there.
Yeah, choice of words there.
Step back.
Interesting choice of words there. Okay, we'll let it go. We'll let
The
it go.
situation, right? Like totally 100%.
What are you talking about? I had a black friend and he's dead now. Okay.
Like, yeah, let me tell you, Mr. Sparrow.
I've played DJ before.
Mr. I'm terrified right now of your e-thuggery. Your words typed into this small box on the side of my computer monitor, I'm quaking right now. You can't see it, but I'm actually defecating and pissing in my pants at the same time.
What if he was standing in front of
Because
you?
I read those sentences.
That situation would have happened because Philip would be too far away. It cannot be in front of him.
I am absolutely shaking in my boots.
Okay.
You definitely message, received, and definitely I understand what you're saying.
Do you?
Unbelievable, right? Yeah. Oh, man, I'm rocked to my very core. Never before have I been so shook, so broken, mentally, physically. Every part, my soul is crushed.
This is how you.
This is a consummate rap battle right here.
Look at this. This guy's away with words. Let me tell you, this guy's a smooth talker. Here we go.
Broken. Mentally, physically, every part. My soul is crushed.
Okay, I got it.
My gems are crushed.
Because Mr. Sparrow reached
yep.
out to me.
Okay.
With this DM, I can't believe it. All right? Let's actually analyze what he's saying here.
Yes,
Okay?
go ahead.
His first statement.
Now we're gonna start
He's trying to come up
analyzing?
with a sick burn. This is not coming. He's like, I guess I'll just wait out the clock.
Okay? Don't you ever in your life talk money to me.
Oh, his
Now, the
opening
funny
didn't mean
part about
anything.
this is,
by the way.
Yeah, didn't mean it. Yeah, opening
I'm gonna
didn't
let
mean
you know.
anything. One thing.
Yeah.
I still haven't talking money to him.
Oh yeah, that bit.
Talking,
of course.
I haven't talking money. I haven't talking money yet.
Politician
But-
with that
I
emergent accent.
By the way, he has talked money. He's called him a broke bum before.
Yeah.
That's from Philip's words about LTG. So you have talking money about him.
I haven't. It's his
You say you make more money than him? Remember one of those earlier interactions?
And you said,
Like,
"There's no way he
you
makes
think
that
you
much
make more
money."
money than me?
Yeah.
It was weird. It's creepy. He just started laughing.
You really think you make more money than me? And he really wants to flex on how much money he makes, but he knows that's a bad look, so he has to back away and just laughs. Yeah.
Yeah.
Who are talking money to him. They're the ones that are saying, oh, we found that you owe all this money, and we found that you're broke, and we found that you live in Section 8 housing and stuff like
This
that.
is
You're
like
not supposed
soft
to because of
doxing
your
too.
income.
To
Like,
be like,
they're
oh,
the
I'm not
ones-
saying it, but this is what people are saying. You live in Section 8 housing. You're like a deadbeat or whatever. I don't
People
even know.
say it.
I'm just saying.
So you tell me the difference of when Craig said, people are saying you play WB Champions, and they saying that you told her to get a pill or something, and they're saying there's no difference. But that was
They say
that's
Derek
bad.
has playlists. It's like, oh, I don't know anything about that.
I don't know about that.
Who are harassing him. Not me. I don't even know anything about this stuff. I only know because you guys have been telling me on my own streams.
Yep.
Okay?
Yep.
So I don't know anything about that. I am not.
But I will
the guy
uncritically
anymore.
repeat it. Yeah.
I made factual
Yeah.
observations. Like he's saying to his trolls, why does everyone think I'm poor? Right? He says, I'm not going to open up my bank account. I never asked him to open his bank account or show any statements. I honestly don't give a crap how much money this man makes.
You clearly do, because you said he looks like a poverty streamer, or you said he looks like he looks like a. People think you're poor because of your setup, is what he said exactly.
But there's two things that are resoundingly true.
Okay, go
Number
ahead.
one, he keeps asking for money to collab with me. You
Get
don't
the hit.
ask for something you don't need.
Yes, you do. I
You
have
can
no
ask
clue
for
about
something
this.
you want.
Yeah, this is so wild. What is this? You don't ask for something you don't need? So if you have enough money, guys, just tell your work, don't pay me tomorrow. I got enough. I'm not asking, you know.
I don't need a PS5, but if anyone wants to send me one.
I don't need it. You know what? Fuck it. I'll just do it for free. Cool.
Don't need Oasis tickets.
And number two,
Government, you want me to overpay my taxes? Just let me know. I'll go ahead and give you more.
As well.
His setup looks like absolute crap. I mean, he's got a cat tree in his setup, and the cat never shows up. My cat is sitting on my lap right now. You're seeing more of my cat right now than you ever see on an LTG stream, and he has a cat.
How'd you know that?
I bet he pays his fucking vet, though.
Yeah.
Whoa, sick burn. Guys, this was intense. I don't know if this is safe for YouTube. I'll play it one more time, okay? We might get banned for this one, guys. Let me hear this sick burn one more time. Hold on.
Setup, and the cat never shows up. My cat is sitting on my lap right now. You're seeing more of my cat right now than you ever see on an LTG stream, and he has a cat tree behind it.
Whoa!
Just forget the fact that Jasper bothers him because he's locked in that room and there's no litter
correct.
box in the room. And so it's
Correct.
not really that he's like trying to be affectionate, because if he was, he would like nap in DSP's lap. But no, he just sort of like crawls over him and just becomes a nuisance. Basically trying to tell him like, let me out. I don't want to be in here. And DSP misinterprets that as like Jasper. Oh, he's just being a silly
Such a
Billy.
nut.
And later
Yeah,
in the
and-
stream, go ahead, Stan, me first.
Well, he uses the word setup as a way to kind of exaggerate his point as well, saying that his cat tree is part of his setup when it's just like I should say I know next to fucking nothing about LTG. You know,
Yeah.
like, I'm just seeing one guy basically harass another, but like some people. Like DSP used to, don't really care about what's behind them. You know, he might it might just be that it's there, and that's fine. Like you don't have to have all this gaudy shite, you know, sat behind you.
Maybe it's like your spare room, and it's like you just put it over there for the
cares?
cats. And, yeah.
See,
like maybe it's part of your personality that you just kind of like, I don't really care. Like that's just, and that's part of who you are. Like,
Like look
I
at
don't
Wings'
know.
backdrop. It's like a pedestal with a Pikachu on it and like
Yeah.
a lighted
Hole
board
in the
with like
wall.
someone from Rainbow Six in it. It's like what is all this?
Got one hole in the wall. Look at Boss Man Jack's back there. Come on, that's pretty high. Broken
Door
door.
with no doorknob. It's a character. It's a character thing.
Yeah, like we never see Sam's cat in the background. What the fuck, Sam? Your
No,
setup sucks.
actually, we do. We've seen cats some quite.
Oh,
good.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
When I
showing
had two
movies, you don't even
cats.
watch movies.
Yeah, that's actually true. I don't have time.
His ego is so fragile and so vulnerable that his trolls say
Yes.
you're broke, and then he acts like
This is Philip shielding from his own opinion again. He's saying his trolls are saying he's broke.
Yeah.
But it seems that you're saying that, sir. So can you at least stand up for what you're saying for 1 second? But no.
It's fine. It's like when the Keemstar's
said
trolls saying stuff about Keemstar. That's fine.
Ah, yes.
Yeah,
Keemstar's
remember.
trolls are saying this. Got it.
him to open his bank account or show
Oh, yeah, shit.
that his trolls say to him you're broke.
Yep.
And then he acts like I'm saying.
Uh-huh.
I never even said that. I don't even care about how much money this man makes. I don't give a shit at all.
Right.
You're
Right.
mocking him, saying he needs the money, otherwise he
You're
wouldn't
right.
be
He
giving you
spelled
that
it
5K offer.
W-I-E-R-D-O. It's W-E-I-R-D-O. You're right. He spelled weirdo wrong. I don't think
Got
that's a big
him.
deal. He probably doesn't use the word that often. I know you were like, why are you defending LTG? Because I don't nitpick.
Whenever DSP is in his chat, he can barely spell the word the. It's like every time he's like T-E-H. It's like, bro.
By the way, Philip just said, I don't want to nitpick LTG. A minute after saying his cat is on his stream more than LTG stream. So if that's not nitpicking, I don't know what the fuck is, but all right.
What are you nitpicking that for? Who gives a shit? I don't give a shit. The fact that this guy sent me this fucking DM is the thing we're talking about, not the fact that he misspelled a word in it. Like, that's silly. You cannot compete with me in any category in life. I promise you.
Correct.
I shit on you in any category you can possibly think of.
Okay, so I want you to listen very carefully to this list because I'm going to show you a list someone else made about DSP after this. But let's listen to DSP's list about LTG first.
Oh, Mr. Sparrow, I'm so sorry. Much like when you insulted my looks. Much like when you insulted,
so patronizing, isn't it?
you know, my sexy and all of that. Once again, you've done it to yourself.
Here we go.
You've fallen into the pit. You've fallen into the trap
Yourself
of
felt
saying
it.
something incredibly stupid that it is so easy to come back on. and make you look like a fool. And this is the thing, my detractors do. This is what's happened with Review Tech. This is what's happened with everyone. You expose yourself and set yourself up for the felting. Not me. I didn't do it. You did. All right. So
Get to pick a category. Pick a fucking category.
Okay. So I promise you, I shit on you in any category you can possibly think of. You cannot compete with me in any category in life. All right, you ready to start?
Yeah.
All right.
Let's start now.
Number one, I'm on YouTube. I'm on YouTube. You want to know why I'm on YouTube? Because I'm not banned from YouTube.
Is there a reason you're not on Twitch? Or
Yeah, he's on
is that
Twitch.
just-
Yeah. Why?
Oh, okay, yeah.
Hi, I'm on YouTube. You want to know why I'm on YouTube? Because I'm not banned from YouTube. Ooh, that hurts.
He's banned from Streamlabs, Stream Elements.
Because I didn't do anything to warrant a ban because I'm not an incredible moron. All right? You're not on YouTube. You can't be on YouTube because you're permanently banned and you're never coming back. Banned. Gone forever. Okay? That's the first thing I have to say. I didn't have to think. That was so easy.
Okay.
Right?
So switch it
It's a
around.
shame you
and
didn't think.
it's true. You can't stream on Twitch. He can. Okay, so we're even on that one. Next try, Philip.
By the way, I don't get suspended every other day on whatever streaming service I'm using because I'm not an idiot. I know how to play the game like an intelligent human. I don't say things that I know would get me suspended or banned.
Do you though? Historically, know what to say to not get banned? I'm not sure that's true, but keep going here. Go ahead.
Harmful language.
You apparently don't have that ability to have.
This is him telling a black person to stop using the N-word, by the way. Just to take a step back.
Say dumb shit constantly, and you get banned, suspended, and unsuspended, and resuspended, banned again. It's a joke.
Okay.
I mean, it's a circus. At one point, it becomes a circus. When's the next time LTG is going to get banned so we can all laugh at it again? Right? Unbelievable.
Give up arcs.
Right?
Do we? Got
Like,
banned
we
again.
literally have whole things about the stupid shit you've done. sorry.
Yeah.
Should we continue?
At this point, I feel like we're about due a banning, of some sort.
It's been a while, yeah. This might happen soon, yeah, The old, 24-hour ban thing where he flips out and says, guys, listen, I really need your help. I'm banned. Don't know when I'm going to come back. And then it's 24 hours later, he's back, that kind of thing.
I can't compete with him. He shits
We're going
on
to
me in every
Twitch, though.
category
Sorry,
possible, all right?
Kick this time, though.
Kick, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, see with my bros, Kino Casino. We're on Kick now.
Mm-hmm.
You see my setup?
Oh, here we go.
Every day looks a little different. Every day I got some lighting going. I got some nice stuff going. I got the good stuff behind me. You see what
This is the good stuff behind him, and it's
Got my
different
queen
every
crown.
day. It's different every day.
see this stuff up here? Do you know what all this stuff is? This is all from my fans.
Shit.
Yeah,
that's bad.
Because I have a big affinity for Sonic the Hedgehog, or because Blanca.
Oh, okay. I guess you don't give a shit about Sonic. Thanks.
Yeah.
I don't care about Sonic. I don't
Fuck
care.
that guy.
My fans like me so much that they actually contribute by giving me stuff that they think is meaningful to them.
okay.
And then I
It's not like I actually give a shit about
no.
Blanca.
I can
Yeah, this is not.
stream wherever the hell I want.
No, you can't actually. You cannot. Literally cannot get partnered on Twitch. But go ahead.
I can make content wherever the hell I want.
Not really.
I don't get banned constantly.
Bro, you can't even play an
fans that
MMO.
actually love me.
So we had a list of items that was 3, and we're just repeating that same 3 right here because our list is
Yeah.
over. So okay.
Setup looks better than yours by far. My webcam is clear. You can actually see me. Should I continue?
can see the patches in your beard, yeah.
I can go to Evo because I'm not banned from Evo for being a degenerate. All right.
I'm sure
I can
you
go to any-
would if you tried, because
That's
it
another
would
one.
just snowball.
Yep.
Just
Degenerate.
recently,
Add that to the list.
Oh god, yeah.
Just listen to this, guys, please. This was the part I lost my mind on.
Degenerate. All right. I can go to any tournament I want. In fact, just recently, a local
Oh, of
tournament
course.
reached out to me and said, DSP, you're having a resurgence. We'd like to have you at our tournament. Would you come and participate as a guest? That would be nice. And I turned
And I turned to them and I said, "Fuck you."
That was
How
the subject
easy-
in the email. You're having a resurgence.
Sir DSP, you are having a resurgence. So, I mean, good job on the LARP email, if there's even an email in the at all.
No.
But those are the two options. Either a LARPer wrote the exact thing Philip wants to hear, which is the way to get him to read your emails, by the way, is to say exactly what he wants to hear, by the way. Like, I used to hate you. I used to be a detractor. I was best friends with Tevin, but since this new arc started, I hate Tevin now. I think it is his fault, and I love you. If you start your emails like that, he'll read them. Similar, in this case, you're having a resurgence. I bet he just started beaming. Oh, yeah, I'll keep reading this. Okay. We have a tournament we might like your services for. Oh, okay, cool. This is so bad.
Did he say it was a local tournament as well?
A local. It was a local.
So you can't check. You know, they're not huge.
Yeah, you
They've not
can't
got an
check
online
it.
presence. I'm not going to name
Yeah.
them. They'll only be sworn by detractors anyway. So, you know, don't go looking. But trust me, they said it. I really am.
We'd like to have you at our tournament. Would you come and participate as a guest? That would be nice. And I turned them down. I said, I really don't have any interest in participating in any offline tournaments right now, but thank you for the invite. I don't see the point. I'm not good or anything. People were going to kick my ass, right?
Fun. Why do you want to fight LTG again?
Yes, because you're
exactly.
If you can't win, you don't want to play. All right, cool, gotcha.
ALT, didn't we just do like a Dead Sea Scrolls where Phil talked like about how you need to go to tournaments to learn these games? Like you don't get experience just by playing like, you know, on your own by yourself, online, lag, etc. You need to go
How
to
you learn
tournaments
it-
to get all the
Yep.
stuff.
He doesn't actually want to be good. That's the problem. He wants to be seen as good, but not be good. That's the key.
Welcome. I'm a welcome participant.
Yeah.
Right? You know what I'm saying? I don't. That's something
no,
you
for
definitely
fun.
don't have. You're not welcome in quite a lot of places because of the way you act and you behave. People don't like you, man. You got to fess up to this. All right. That's why you're banned. I can continue.
Fess up to this? Yeah, people hate me. Now what?
Engaging gracefully.
Oh,
I can continue.
God, this is a classic.
Gracefully.
Oh, God.
I'm not dyeing my hair. I'm not putting hair club for men in my hair. I'm not dyeing my beard. I'm embracing the fact that I'm getting older. And I'm going to say, hey, listen, I know things are going to happen as I get older. It's okay.
Get carpal tunnel.
Accept it. You lean into
Over
it.
the hill.
You say, this is who I am now. I'm not putting concealer all over my fucking head like you do. Like we just saw in the video the other day, you at the barber putting fucking concealer all over your head. Because I don't have to. Because I'm not afraid of myself aging. I'm not afraid of myself becoming the next stage of my life like you.
That doesn't mean you have to like stop washing and like not give a shit about your appearance, though, Phil.
You can
Yeah,
care about
like-
how you look. It's not like aging means don't care about how you look. Is that what we're saying? You know, there's a difference. But I'm aging gracefully. That's something you can't choose yourself, by the way. That's like
Yeah.
saying, I'm growing very gracefully. Oh, not really for you to decide, sir, in my opinion. But
like yeah, we laughed at that video as well. You know, Mark One brought it up. It's funny.
Yeah.
But we laughed at it because it's just mostly the way he poses at the end, I think, is the funny part, really. But like, we're not using it to say like, oh, haha, we don't do that. You know, like we're better than you, kind of that
Yeah.
kind of thing. You know, it's different.
it's just funny that he's saying I'm aging gracefully himself. You can't.
Ugh.
That's not something you choose, right?
In as much as like your health and eating
take
and
care of
exercise
yourself.
and all that, taking care of yourself, that
Yeah.
sort of is you choosing. But again, this is not a diet of DoorDash is not aging gracefully.
It's like eventually I'll get gray hairs in my temples. They call it the elder statesman. And I'm just I'm like, Jesse, what the fuck are you talking about?
Like I said this last year.
Yeah, go ahead.
You are the black Johnny Bravo.
Oh,
You are. And the truth is, you're not happy. You want to know why? Because
How do you know?
Happy,
Yeah.
all right, you would not be responding to me like this.
If you'd be happy, you would ignore me and not say anything.
Is that the other option? So
Yeah.
let DSP talk shit about you. Don't say anything at all.
And that's how you prove you're happy,
That's
I guess.
happiness. Oh, okay, gotcha. So
Yeah, but Phil-
Philip must be the most unhappy person on earth. Then how much he's reaching out, lashing out at people. Then
Yeah, Phil, if you were happy, you wouldn't need to act like this. You wouldn't need this.
It's like,
he's
give me
happy,
the
though.
last word or you're proving that you're unhappy. So
Yes.
he thinks it's a win-win.
Delad says it. Prove you're happy by doing what I want.
Yeah.
Sound good?
You know what? I don't need to respond to DSP because I'm good. I'm happy with who I am, where I am.
Okay.
Right? I don't need to defend myself. I'm just going to ignore him.
Mm-hmm.
But instead, you went out of your way to go back to Twitter, which you don't even use for the record, because I checked your Twitter. You never use it. And you fucking unblocked me.
Neither do I. I use it for DMs.
Don't you ever in your life talk money to me.
You should have gone to Hotmail and composed your email.
He had to go to this step because you didn't hear the previous steps he took. So he had to go here.
The subject is just existence on this planet.
Huh?
My existence on this planet.
Wait,
isn't
what?
even the subject. The subject is just existence on this planet.
Huh?
You'll figure that one out in the replay, I guess.
I guess.
The subject is your existence on this planet. Sound good? Moving forward
My
positively.
existence on this planet has been far more
Thanos is
meaningful
coming.
than
We
anything
need
you've
to
ever
we
done
need
in
to
your
build a
life.
team.
You understand that?
Okay.
It's
The
like
Inquisitors
King
about
said
to
the other
arrive.
day. You truly are evil with your actions, the way you've acted. Now,
Okay.
maybe you aren't. Maybe you're really not truly that bad inside, but that people only know you from how you act on the internet, right? So what did you
Similar to DSP then, huh?
And now
June called you a liar. Like I don't think like I think he does know that LTG has the capacity to be like really really sinister, but I think when he looks at DSP, he just sees this sort of like malevolent belligerence, just this sort of
Yeah, like it's not even like something he wants to really have a feud with because he doesn't want to be connected with DSP in any
Yeah.
way. You know what I mean? Like it's
But
like all right.
yeah, when he was talking to you guys, it's just like, yeah, this guy he's just not all there, and we're all just like on the same page with that. And I don't think he
Yeah.
would even pick up on that if he saw the interaction.
No.
just fucking DM and act like you're better than me, dude, you are a fart in the wind. You
Okay,
are-
so then
Which
why
is
do you
something
wanna
that he
collab
said
with him?
he is talking with Keemstar.
Yes, I'm a fart in the wind, and LTG's a fart in the wind, but I want to collab with this other fart in the wind. Sound good? It's very important that I collab with this other fart in the wind, though.
understand? You could have all the money in the world,
Yeah.
but you're still nobody.
Oh.
I don't care how much money you really have
Then why do you want him on your show if he's such a nobody?
if no one fucking likes or respects you. Sorry, man. The difference is you
I'm
could
sure he has
actually
people in his
have
personal
redemption
life that he cares about much more than your opinion.
Mm-hmm.
too, but you'd actually have to want it and work hard for it and try it. But I don't think you have it in you. I really don't. I think that sadly you're just going to stay there in your echo chamber of your Discord, in your little closet of a fucking streaming room with your awful camera, your awful
Literally
setup,
sat in front of your closet.
You are sitting in front of a closet now, sir.
You're better than everyone. You're better than everyone. You're not better than anyone.
He's not saying he's better than everyone. He's saying he's better than you. That's the message I'm reading here.
You could play IMAX off this fucking projection.
Yeah.
You can't beat your own situation.
Yes.
You want
Oh.
everyone else to think you're some hot shot.
Oh,
right?
okay.
You're not a hot shot. You know.
King.
Oh.
All right.
The man who calls himself King.
Jay Snyder crushed your fucking gems a decade ago. You never grew them back.
That was a decade ago, though.
Remember
Are we
the
allowed
name,
to look at
Jason.
things that are a decade old now?
Oh, please. Yeah. If we could do that,
yeah.
Philip. I have many instances of you being banned off services 10 years ago.
Understand?
But that name.
Remember
Yeah.
Jay Snyder in your mind here for when this bit is done. 1 minute left on this.
You never got your gems back.
Never got your
And you're gonna
gems
try to
back.
come here and fucking talk shit to me? Of all people, one of the most resilient people on the fucking internet? You think I give two fucks about how much money you make and you're flexing and shit? Dude, you're nothing.
Clearly, you think he's more than nothing. You cannot quit him.
Never will be until you
So
Work with me,
resilient.
nothing.
It took him like 9 years to respond to his mates. That's how resilient he was.
and shit. Dude, you're
Didn't
nothing.
think about it.
And you never will be until you change in here. In your
Oh,
heart.
this.
Oh, yeah, it's so corny. Some
The
say
real-
LTG's heart grew 3 sizes that day.
The real message is in here.
For
The
does not
power
the
of
Bible
friendship.
teach us that if one were to love his fellow man like you were to love God?
The power is yours. There you go. I stole that from Nino.
That's the difference. You have to change inside to be someone.
Okay.
Would have been great if that picture behind him changed to like him in the king crown right at that moment.
Yep.
Be better than
Instead,
what
it's
you
just
did.
him like
And you
Hulk.
have shown absolutely nothing like that whatsoever in the last 10 years. Instead, you've just leaned into the fucking persona of the online tough guy. No one cares. Your shtick is played the fuck out, and we're tired of it.
We're tired of it. It doesn't seem like you're tired of it at all.
Who's we?
So,
like, your shtick is played out, says the man who's going, you know what I used to call myself king? I'm going to start doing that again.
If his stick
don't care about me,
why is he so desirable to you then? Like, what the fuck? Did we forget that we reached out to him to try and bring him on our show? But like, you're nothing. You're tired. You're old.
This
like,
is.
what the
It
fuck?
literally sounds like LTG reached out to DSP and said, "Come on my show." That's what it sounds like. But it's the exact opposite. I promise you guys. It's the exact
It really
opposite.
is just like clueless ex-boyfriend who like gets a new girlfriend and then starts DMing the old girlfriend and be like, now what now? Like it's the same kind of energy he had with the side scrollers. Like, now that the Kino Casino has had me on, let me say to the side scrollers, go fuck yourselves. And then Craig is like, go fuck yourself. And he's like, oh my God, I can't believe he told me to go fuck myself.
What? Huh? Craig, huh? What's
I better
this?
type in the comments so people know he said his first. Like, no, he didn't.
Yeah.
You sent me there.
This is the epitome of being a fucking bitch.
If you really want nothing to do with me, leave it blocked. Don't address me ever again. Because it's pretty obvious. Either I hurt your ego so fucking bad by calling you out on factual things you can't take it, or maybe you're just playing hardball on the collab.
Maybe you're just playing hard to get, big boy.
I know. I really thought he might say that, but he said hard ball instead of hard to get.
Yeah.
Well, he played hardball
Someone's
on a
having hard
collab.
balls. Like, Jesus, dude.
He played hardball on a collab.
Or maybe you're just playing hardball on the collab,
Okay.
or else you wouldn't have sent me this, right?
Okay, yeah. No. He had to send you this to hopefully end it.
Yeah.
How else could he end it? He's trying to end it.
Why don't you be honest for once in your life and tell
He
everyone
is.
the truth?
He's 30,000.
Don't do online bullying threats. No one cares. This is a joke. We all laugh at you. Right? This is just
Bullying
stupid.
threats.
All right? Enough is enough with this nonsense.
Right.
Do
Okay.
you imagine being like
Yeah, go ahead,
LTG
Steve.
watching that and then thinking, yeah, that makes me want to go on his show.
I'm playing hardball. Okay. So I want to set this up real quick. Real quick thing here. So you heard Philip have a few lists there that he was better in LTG. I believe the list included items such as I can stream on YouTube. I can stream wherever I want. My cat is in my room more. Was there anything else I missed? I'm happy. You're not happy.
Lights.
I'm not sure. Anyways, we also heard the name of Jay, right? Jay Schneider. Jay Schneider is Visant, as DSP says. So I want to bring you up a list I found on June 2006. I did not find this. Actually, David found it, so big ups to this. This is right in the time when DSP and Visant were going to have a little fighting. They were going to have a money match, right? But then it turned into Philip, who said, I want to make it a real fight. And Visant talked about this. DSP told his side of the story as well. But in this, Visant has a little list. I want to read you Visant's list about DSP just for comparison's sake. Okay, I know it's small, so I'll read it clearly here. Visant says, you beat me in an argument? That's funny because I seem to recall that it was you who proposed the $1,000 bet. Then when you got called out on it, instantly wanted a fist fight. Then when you got called out on that, have been looking for ways to back down in the 3 months since then. Sure sounds like you won that one to me. All right, now here's the list. And you owe me in life? Let's review here. Here's the items. First, clearly, I'm doing way better than you financially. You can't put up $1,000 on a bet that you yourself proposed. I just bought a condo in La Jolla, I don't know. And I'll be moving into it on the 30th, which is why I might miss Evo West. Are you still living with mommy? Advantage J. Next up, this is my favorite personally. I look like I do. You look like you do. If you choose to actually fight me, you'll look even worse than what you look like now, which is why you are in the process of backing down. A big advantage, Jay. Next up, equally harsh. You spend most of your life drunk and you're fat and ugly because of it. I'm clean and have been for years. Last one's a little bit of a lighter one, but I'll still read it. You devoted a large portion of your life lately to playing games, including getting fired from your job. I hardly play games anymore, and I can still crush you at the games I play, which is why you backed down from our money match. Advantage J again. Now, to sum it up, what exactly are you beating me at, Phil? You need to take people's advice in this thread and stop fucking posting. And you especially need to stop posting stupid shit saying you own me. I've probably got shirts that are worth more than your whole net worth. So if I were you, I wouldn't pull out this whole own you in life card because you're clearly dominated here. Also, you need to drop this whole king of hate, king of hype, internet personality. It's tired, foolish, and a total joke. This is from June of 2006.
You needed to play the Who Don't Get Fooled Again thing at the end of that.
But yes, another list of things that DSP is definitely winning, and Jay has felt it here. Absolutely.
Do you think this is build up to Keem trying to get LTG to be in a fight with Phil?
No,
I mean,
wouldn't
if
go
that
that
happens,
far.
I want credit for that, for seeing that coming.
I think it's more they just want LTG and DSP to be like and interacting, right? That's content for everybody. Lolcow will be on it. We'll be talking about it, obviously. I think he's getting pushed into doing this shit more.
Keem is like, start this feud, whatever, by any means necessary. Throw whatever you can on the fire. Throw literally anything to keep the fire going, because this is going to build up to something that I want to have happen somewhere down the line.
And Philip definitely thinks very highly of what Keem says, right? And he will do whatever Keem said. I believe he would do whatever it takes. You know, we got to keep this going. Everyone loves me now, so I can do whatever you want, Keem. You know, that's what I think.
To be honest, I would love to see LTG just knock DSP in the face.
I would say,
fuck, I can't help it. It's like, what am I gonna do?
It would have to be one arm behind your back match, right? Legitimately, to be close to fair. I don't think that's saying too much, right? LTG would be on like a one arm, has to use your, one arm only, and then it'll be kind of possible.
So it's like DSP or Boogie and Wings against LTG. It's like 3-on-1.
Yeah. Or like LTG's on his knees, maybe. That might maybe. You know,
because that puts him at perfect height for nut shots. So you want to avoid that.
Oh, okay, yeah.
It's got to be blindfolded. Like,
it's got to be in hell in a cell, so Phil can't run away.
All right. Well, let's find. We talked about LTG enough. Can you cover my screen, Sam? So I'll play some messages here if you don't mind.
I can, yeah. Hang on. Before we get to the messages, thought though, as a little palate cleanser,
please.
we'd listen to an actual successful streamer mid flow. I'll leave it at that, and we'll listen to it. This is how it's done. Here we go.
That gets us to $10 in tips. So thank you so much. Now Black Boss is currently the top tipper. All right. It would be great. Again, let's get the next person in. Let's do a $6 tip. Who will be the next tipper, the $6 tipper? All right. Who will dethrone Black Boss here on the stream today?
We hate the person who's on the leaderboard. Get him off of there. What the hell?
Black Boss.
This is what I get for being a top tipper. Now I'm the new villain.
Become the next top tipper.
Get him. Take him down.
King Streak, right? Someone unseat Black Boss as the top tipper. Someone send in like a $6 tip and take that throne of top tipper right now.
Take it from him.
Fuck him.
Like, what give you money then? You could be like,
tip $6 and unseat Black Boss and get the King's Streak goal moving.
Okay.
All right. Who's it going to be?
So
we're 138. Let's get to 150 likes. Outside of that, guys, let's get someone to unseat Black Boss as the top tipper. $6 tipper in there to get the momentum going on the stream, okay? Thank you.
Nothing's repeated here.
Obviously,
Nothing.
we want to keep the momentum going with the King Streak, right? So please support the stream. Someone right now, let's get Black Boss off that leaderboard. Let's get someone a tip.
Talk about NPC. Jesus Christ.
Let's do it.
It's
Let's
like
go
you're pressing E right next to him.
All right. All right, we're ready to continue, guys. Again, please, someone, Black Boss here with a $5 tip.
And the match.
Been there since the podcast. All right, $26 in tips. All right, so guys, we haven't even hit tier 1 yet for the gun blast. Today we can do everything. Today we can do a hat, we can do a vest, we can do all the stuff. It's definitely cool enough to do.
I'm wearing a regular T-shirt. I can put on the vest now.
So I'm down for whatever, but we got to hit these goals. All right, so let's get someone right now to beat that Black Boss $5 tip. Let's get much bigger than that.
Get him
a
out
top
of here.
tipper, and let's at least get to the tier 1 goal. All right? No one has unthrown Black Boss in the podcast this morning. Let's get someone to unseat Black Boss from the top tip throne and get this momentum going. All right? Thank you.
Is that it? Is it done?
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Get him
That's
out of there.
insane. That's insane.
Oh, damn.
Before that, he complained that there was an anonymous name on the leaderboard.
Oh my
And then by
God.
the end of it, there was an anonymous name on the leaderboard.
Oh my God. Now, Sam, that's the dangerous thing you just did. Because now you got to do that every time. We got to hit that again next time.
Oh, that's fine.
Streak it.
Yeah. Do you know what?
What
do you know
a business model. This
do you know why
guy
that's
paid to be on the
fine?
leaderboard. You know what? Fuck that guy. We need to get him off that leaderboard.
It's
Go ahead,
fine.
Sam.
You know, it's absolutely fine if I've got to do that again because it's so easy to do. It's you just search that one name and just you can just look at the transcript. It's there.
This guy,
Perfect.
I thought, what did Philip say to LTG though? I believe if you beg for money, people will think you're poor. So I guess we should think Philip's poor then, for sure, right? Just following his logic. I don't want to say anything out of turn, but
I feel like if you sped it up a bit, you'd get, like the auctioneers. Like, I've got a $5 tip here, I've got a $5 tip there. Do I see a $6 tip? Somebody get rid of this. But I've got
The
Black
Black
Boss who's on the leaderboard.
It was
I
so
need
funny.
$6 to get rid of the Black Boss. Go once, go
The other
twice.
day,
No,
Lights of Her Soul was on the leaderboard, who is someone that DSP hates. And
yeah.
he was like legitimately like, get this guy's name off the leaderboard, please, somebody.
Yeah, you sound like an asshole. It makes you sound like you feel like a douchebag if you're up there. I mean, I would never do it. Maybe Snood, you can give your opinion, but when you're up on the leaderboard, he makes you feel like an asshole. He's like, get him out of here.
The new
Get this
target.
douchebag
So true. Yeah.
Dethrone him. Get him off that throne. I'm the king, though, by the way. But I guess there's a secondary throne next to my throne that people can sit in and they feel special.
Where did he get this new meta from? Like, someone must have told him about this because he is so
Kino.
hardcore.
Yeah.
They don't do that though.
Yeah.
On that, they don't do that
No, but
style. They
he's-
do the subs thing.
He's doing that thing where he takes the idea and then just like completely distorts it to like a
Oh,
ridiculous
yeah.
extreme. So he's seen how they do it, and then he's like, right, I could do that. Oh, my audience isn't pushing back. I'll keep doing it, and I'll do it more and
Yeah.
more. So it
Yeah.
feels like
People
that.
are so tired of the king aesthetic, but I tell them, like, this is just an indication of how DSP had no underlying aesthetic. He had no theme that kept everything together because this king thing happened overnight and just overwrote everything. Anytime he gets like a tip from somebody, it's like, here you go, my liege, here you go, king. Like there was no competition for anything to get replaced. It's just, this is what it is now. It's the king aesthetic.
Yeah, exactly. It's so true. Someone pointed that out the other day. It's like, it's another thing to add to the weird kind of amalgamation of bits and pieces that he stole from other places to make up this personality, if you want to call it that. We've got King, which doesn't really mesh with the whole casino thing, and he's saying felted all the time, and it's all just like smashed together into this like nonsense. But saying about like the person on the leaderboard feeling like an asshole, it reminded me of another point I wanted to bring up about how does anyone else, slightly different, but does anyone else think it's a little bit weird and a little bit rude to the guests he has on to say, unironically, once you've had a guest on your podcast, to then have a decompression stream? Like, is that like, doesn't anyone else just think that's a little bit like, like, why are we decompressing after having June the King on? Like, he's just this easygoing dude. And now we've got to like go, oh God. So it's like Frost Nixon or something,
It's awfully symptomatic. I don't know if we're going to get into those symptoms of what it could be.
I mean, who said decompression first? Was it Craig, right? Darian Fuller saying, I think it was them who said decompression. But in that case, it makes sense. You talk for 5 hours with
against
DSP
a
there,
liar, someone who's lying straight to your face.
continuously lying. And then the next day they said, okay, let's just chill out. We're not going to do our normal shit today. We're just going to talk about yesterday. So in that case, it made sense.
And he emphasizes like me and Adam didn't talk in between then. So this was the chance for us to like reconnect and sort of like touch base.
Yeah, so that case it made sense, but again, Philip is stealing that word now and taking it to the ends of the earth extremism, similar to felting, by the way, which he can't keep out of his mouth, as he would say. He can't.
That's
every fucking title is felting. Every title now is felting.
Yeah, I don't think anything's ever been taken to that extreme. Like talking about taking bits and pieces of other people's personalities or adding words to your vocabulary. I don't think anything's ever been quite that bad to the point where it's like you say, every fucking title is like Detractors Felted, Stuttering Craig, Self-Felts, all this nonsense. Just like
Self-felt.
The Twitter is so great. The Twitter was so boring for so long, and I was just like mini promos every single day. Because he's got to hype up the clips that he's uploading to YouTube now, so they each get their own tweet.
Responding to people, random people, like just like 100% detractors responding to him, And
somebody said I skipped leg day, but then I showed them.
That's content,
Okay, dude. We're posting pictures of our feet to own other men. All right, gotcha.
Okay. God, don't get us started on that fucking calf shit. We don't got enough time. All right, I'm just gonna scroll down Philip's channel right now, and I'll read all the felts I see. So we have Detractors Completely Felted. DSP has receipts for the Philomania. Okay, that's one. Next up, let's see. We have LTG Felted for whatever. I can't see the end of that, but LTG Felted. LTG Caught Lying. Let's see. Any felts.
Yeah, could you say the views after all of these?
Oh, sure. Okay, so... Okay,
can you count the number of exclamation marks we have per tweet?
Let me just search for the word felt. It's faster. Okay, so LTG felt. Philomania runs wild. Logo is legal. LTG felted and more. That's where we're going with that. Big ups. Next up, we have. Let's see. Craig self-felt. You're right about that. Craig self-felt. Okay.
Felt himself. Okay.
I love the self-felt. Self-felting is pretty tough to do. And no, I guess it's
like Craig's thing you get arrested for at a park. Stop
it. Stuttering Craig's mask comes off. Oh, that's when he said "fuck you" for lying.
Yeah. After DSP said it to him on a previous stream.
Felted. We have to grind to League 7 to unlock good stuff. DSP felts Konami. Duty felted again. Kino Casino co-op crashed by Duty. Felt him again. That's felt space him again. Next up, felting the AVGN results in a big mistake for the boys. Next up, DSP exposes Detractor Duty as he idiotically self-felts. Next up, response to
showing
Team's
how
apology.
much money he makes
I know.
on his YouTube analytics is self-felting himself. Gotcha. Okay.
Response to Keem's apology. Felting Duty. Kino update. Next up, the King felts the hate army of detractors. The full grind. Panel designs and felting the trolls. Next up, Kino Casino versus side scrollers. DSP felts them. And that was the last one. That was the first one. All of those I mentioned are from the last month. So 4 weeks or shorter between all those felts. And there are 13 titles that say felt in them. In a month.
The Pig Go results are great as well because the graph just goes like that and then it just straight up.
I was just looking at that. Yeah, it goes from July to 2024, a count of 118, and then up to August 240. And September we're already we're only halfway through the month, or just over, I guess. 98. Yeah.
I forgot about the views, but so we're talking for most of his clips that have drama. So where are LTG's responses? DSP rants, 1,000 views 5 days ago. Then we get to gameplay. Or here, DSP's stream build-up and tech testing for June the King 4 days ago, 218 views. Next we go to Space Marine, or the Space Marine. 7 days ago, less than 1,000 views. Drama, Philomania is real. 9 days ago, 1,000 views. Then we get to the Craig. Mask comes off. That's 5,000 views. It's a little.
Star Wars Outlaw is gone. Black Myth Wukong, I think, has been completely dropped. System Shock remake gone. We're caring less and less about video games, measurably.
Yeah. There's except bumps champions. When we get to drama. So
except champions.
The trouble is, it's completely hand in hand, synonymous with his so-called resurgence, isn't it? The use of felt, it just one comes with the other. So I guess in his head he's like, if I keep using this word, that's how I'm going to do it. It's kind of part and parcel.
It's worth noting he is terrified of ending the pre-stream at like below $50 because he knows that gameplay is not bringing in the money.
Yes, that's so. He gets frantic and starts doing the thing where like, guys, I know we're gonna hit it, okay, but come on, guys, please.
I'm gonna go to bathroom break. When I come back, I want to update this leaderboard. You know what I'm saying?
It's
Like,
because that
okay.
streak reset his expectations. It adjusted the baseline because now he's like, where is all the money? 2 weeks ago, he was fucking rolling in it. Now, come on, guys, I expect this. And then when he doesn't get what he expects, get a bit antsy, get a bit anxious.
Yeah.
He'll just literally sit there staring at his laptop for like 20, 30 seconds waiting for something to happen. It's like, dude,
no matter how long the pre-stream
Put a
is,
fork
he
in
goes
it.
for Q&A. He goes Q&A though. Like no matter how long he went, it's like, okay, we got a little time for Q&A. Go ahead, guys. And now he's getting like troll tips from like, I'm not sure, they're his not normal fans, let's call them, where they all have those like gorilla nipples 4-7 with $1, and they keep doing that. He's getting more and more pissed at that, by the way. He's starting to get kind of, all right, guys, we need more money for this to be worth it. He even said that. He said, guys, if you tip me $1, yeah, it's like I get like 75 cents. Just let you know. So, guys, $1's not working. All right. I'm not going to put your name on the leaderboard, by the way.
Again, he does that to himself by doing the immediate transference from PayPal to his bank account instead of waiting the 2 to 3 days that it would normally take.
Shout outs to Darkside Drill, by the way, who has a song called "Don't Tip Me No Dollar." So check out that.
Don't tip no buck.
Yeah, don't tip no buck. That's correct.
That out in the public.
It's awesome. All right, let's give a few shout outs here.
Look like Trooper Farva. That's a deep cut.
Let's do a few shout outs here, then we'll get to the messages. I promise we'll listen to many of them. Jasper the Cat says, subtract the clause, add DoorDash equals. Oh, come on, Jasper. Jasper.
Multiply the tax interest.
Jasper. I got to read your messages all the way now. Francisco says, more like DSP wants to be. Ooh, DSP wants to be broken in by a certain someone.
Divide by a Best Buy receipt.
Oh, Beetlejuice 3
times my pi, which is 3.14.
Thank you. By the way, I'm white. Just letting you guys know. Beetlejuice says, kind of weird how he isn't after Maximilian like he is after LTG. He was ghosted by Maximilian, dude, by the way.
I don't know. Like, Max did the really, 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 really smart thing of not taking any of it.
Yep.
But I think if he did, this would look very similar.
Oh, you're saying if Maximilian dude turned Philip down, you think he would go after Maximilian dude?
Like if he'd responded on a stream and then that clip.
Yeah, it's like, I want nothing to do with you. Well, if you wanted nothing to do with me, then you wouldn't have responded, wouldn't you? Like, he's trying to trap him and that.
At the same time, like, I don't think it would take much for Phil to flip, the other way and kind of go like, he was too much of a pussy to respond, that kind of thing.
Pithy. Yeah. Trent Brown says, to be honest, anyone would look cool compared to DSP. Now, that's a fair point too, right?
Yeah.
Fair point.
Obviously. Jeez.
Who's poppin' says,
LTG couldn't look more Chad in this exchange.
Who's poppin' says, when she says no, she really means yes. And that is a line DSP has said himself.
Like, just made me think, like, when DSP got his rejection letters from girls in school, did he take it home to Linda? And she was like, they're just jealous, honey. Oh, little Philip.
Yes means what's the line from that music game? Yes means no, and yo means next. Yes. Don't do that, and don't ask for permission. Or something like that. It's one of those games that he did that. Bernie Black says, kind of creepy how hard it is for him to hear no. Yeah. Yep.
Yeah. He doesn't believe in like repealed consent either, because there was that one time where Evil AJ was like, I don't care who watches my This Is How You Don't plays. And then DSP was like, oh, I'm going to watch the This Is How You Don't Play Metal Gear Solid. And he's like, I don't want him to watch that. And Phil was like, well, too bad. You gave me permission earlier. And it's like, well, is he not allowed to change his mind about that? Or what does it say about like your approach towards consent in general? Like, dude.
Evil AJ will be on fucking DSP's gravesite, Always still hating Evil AJ.
Everyone loved me until This Is How You Don't Play it came and gave everyone permission to hate me.
Now, guy says, him reading that DM sounds so ridiculous coming from his high-pitched, nasally grandma voice.
Yeah.
Correct. Now,
someone needs the AI voiced it with LTG with like the KYS copy pasta.
He's very tough. Please, now, guys. Nerd Brew says, I'm still waiting for the DSP VTuber arc to happen.
I don't know.
In the documentary, he kind of said that. I talked about it with June actually himself when he says like, "Yeah, these VTubers fixated on me." It's really weird. Like, no, they made fun of you for like 5 minutes on their stream and kind of moved on. But yeah,
I showed a lot more of the VTuber interaction in my video.
Okay.
I didn't even know about the Gura thing. About them having the Phil prisoner.
Yeah. That was out of nowhere, right? The Phil is that was just kind of. Jay Wuso says Derek is to Cam Girl as Phil is to LTG. Oh, you'll get that in the replay.
That's funny.
Go ahead.
Yeah. Pippa was in there though. Big ups
Yeah. Medusa Jr. says Phil got the Kino. Oh, Phil, get the Kino and Keem hands out your ass puppet. Get the Kino and Keenan hands out of your ass, the puppet. Gotcha, Medusa. Big ups. And one more. Splody Jones, Splody Jesus says, seems like Phil is hyper fixated on LTG.
Yeah. I mean, he wants to talk about hyperfixation. What about like streaming 6 days a week to this weirdly adherent schedule where you can't adjust, you can't like play different games, you can't like read the room. Maybe if you're complaining so much about not having enough time to play video games, you just interrupt a little bit earlier and play it instead.
Okay, let's go to some messages here. I do want to play this real quick. It's 10 seconds. But I believe Philip has opened up a new meta for begging here. So I'm going to play you something from Steel Toe Morning Show, okay? And they're going through their own shit. But listen to this.
Remember them.
Here you go.
All right, now you guys throw in $50 a pop.
People were making fun of that guy's chair, like the egg, like the soundproofing egg that he's inside.
They can't see it. They can't see it though. What's the audio?
Okay. All right.
Yeah, it's like an egg chair style thing. Yeah.
If we don't, this is like my last ditch effort at like Rob. Let's knock it out. Don't make me look like a fucking idiot. These haters have enough ammo today already. Let's stunt them a little. Let's cool down the barrel. Come on.
As you can see, that's the thing where if we have a lot of haters out there, right, guys? Let's get them. Let's stunt them.
They're watching right now.
Yeah, that's the DSP line, isn't it? Let's stunt them. Okay, stunt them.
On. Let's fucking do it. I'm done with this shit. You want steel toe? Let's pay for some fucking steel toe.
Yeah.
There. Click that fucking link.
This guy does boxing. It's so hard to believe.
We do it. You pay for it.
Look at the guy on the right.
At a time today.
Now he has reason to be like frantic because he's like going in a court case or whatever. So
yeah,
it's a little
revenge
bit different
porn.
He's going through some problems, but just letting you know that's Remember when Steel Toe weren't lol cows? I don't remember that because from the very beginning they were like that. All right, guys, we got 150 left we got 2 minutes left on the clock. We need $90 here. They were always kind of like
it's such a welcoming community, but if you go right off the bat being just like Phil, it's like, all right, got to keep an eye on you. Maybe get you out of here.
All right, let's do a few messages here. Let's go for fight or flight style reaction. Let's go.
Big ups, everybody. Fight or flight style reaction here. Long time listener, first time caller. Just wanted to say big ups, Steve. Hope your back's feeling better. So does anyone else have just a visceral reaction when you see Phil? Like it just triggers something in my brain that what I am seeing is not human. And it needs to go away immediately. Like if I found Phil in a dark alley, you'd need dental records to identify him.
No, I caught it. No, not entertaining that. That is not true.
I get that feeling when I see Boogie, like the hairs in the back of my neck stand up, and it's like this is a guy who is like a danger. I can't wait to see that guy like in a perp walk at some point.
Okay, moving on positively.
Okay.
What's up? That being said, this is Rice. Like some rice formerly. Hey, been a long time. What a crazy time to be a detractor. Just wanted to jump in and say, I think it's great how when Craig was telling Phil that he, about his like honest opinions on the whole matter and the really like reason that they had a decompression stream to begin with was because honestly they felt lied to. I thought it was so funny that Phil could not realize that, that he was, he couldn't understand honesty which was really, really funny considering the fact that he's been lying so long. I don't think he realizes what is honesty anymore. So, just a little introspection.
I gave you an
I thought
answer.
I'd share, but still watching all the time. Much love. Hope you guys are well. And yeah, Steve, great to see you back. Yeah, take care, everybody.
Big ups, man. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I gave you an answer. It doesn't matter if it wasn't the truth. Whatever
Yeah.
he said.
It's one of those interactions where you have
Yeah.
to watch like multiple times to really get all the subtext. Because DSP at one point is like, you were mad that the interview was a nothing burger, so that's why you didn't respond to my email. And Craig is like, well, none of that is true, but that tells me where your head is at in this moment. It's like, yeah, this guy is out of his mind.
Yeah.
It feels to me more like Phil's taking the perspective of you shouldn't be angry that I lied to you because I've admitted that I lied now, and we're all moving on from it.
Oh,
You know,
yeah,
that
that's
was
his new
like a
thing.
week
Yeah.
or two ago. You know, I
I
said
sold my
I lied
account,
about
just believe
champions.
me.
I admitted it, all that. So why are you still mad that I lied to you about it? And it's because you spent 5 hours lying to my fucking face, and he can't grasp that.
He said
They don't
like,
have the account anymore, so if you track spending, it's not even me.
he wanted to claim that since I admitted to everything, that's all done now. And he said, remember he said yesterday about the Philomania shit. I took all that shit away from detractors now because I admitted it. No, it makes it everything detractors said has always been true then.
Yeah,
You know?
like, dude, I've been at this for like years. Sometimes I do feel like, what if like each little piece of evidence has its own perfect explanation to it? Maybe it is all fake. Like sometimes I did feel a little bit like gaslighted, and maybe I am crazy. And all these memes, all these songs, all these references are going to feel really stupid if it turns out it's not. He's not really down from the rafters, and he goes ahead and admits it. Gives no apology to the people who said he was. Doesn't unban anyone who said he was. Like, you can just get off like that.
It just proves that you did something very fucking bad to the internet on the internet for 7.5 years, while begging fans to save your house, smash the taxes, let me get married, see my parents, they're gonna die soon. What else?
It's not that
$2,000 for a
different
cat.
from lying about cancer. Like feigned distress is feigned distress.
Yeah, just he didn't say cancer, but it's still feigning distress. Guys, literally, if you watch the biggest begging days, it's wild, and it's all and WWE Champions was going hardcore all during that.
$3,000 tip goal for the premiere of the Mass Effect Legendary Collection, and then he ended on $7 for that collection.
Oh, I remember those days.
He used to have tip goals that were multiple grands.
Can you imagine if he said, like, right, guys, I'm letting Derek back into the community because he's learned his lesson, he's admitted what he did was wrong, and he's taken the banning, and I think he's like okay now. So, he's welcome back in. He's going to behave exactly the same. He's going to do exactly the same things as he did on Twitter and other places. He's going to keep exactly the same playlists, but because he's admitted it, y'all can't be mad about it anymore. We've moved on now. It just you wouldn't accept. No one would accept it, and it's exactly the same thing. Why?
It's a lot of locals. They think they can determine the amount of suffering that they've endured and can say, no more than this. Like Wings is really big about that, but it's like you
I'm
don't
not
really
taking
get
it
to
anymore.
decide that. Like it's a very big internet.
I'm putting my foot down. I'm not taking the shit anymore. If anyone talks about W Champions anymore, they're out of here. Okay, tired of it.
Also, you just don't get to like regulate people's emotions that way. If you do something to piss someone off, they're well within their right to be pissed off with you, long past the point that you feel they shouldn't be because you pissed them off.
But
the whole thing about like internet interaction, it represents such a small blink of an eye in the course of like human evolution, and corporations are having a really hard time dealing with this. They get individual complaints from people who just speak their opinion, like on Twitter or like whatever social media, and they treat those individual responses as if it's part of like a hate mob. And it's like these people aren't coordinating. They aren't like choosing targets. They're individually giving their opinions, which is what like this whole platform is meant to be for, to give your opinions. But then it gets pathologized and treated as like some kind of mob. But
it's easier to
they
handle
need to ask
when
themselves
you
like,
say that.
Like when has this worked out for us? Has it ever worked out for us to treat these people in such an antagonistic way? And the answer is no, it hasn't.
It makes it easier to handle mentally, I think, if you say like they're all the same person, right? Because that's what DSP loves to do. Is say, my detractors now are saying they're talking about my fucking cat.
Yeah, he goes to June. He's like, you know what would be really
person.
interesting? You got to make a documentary about my detractors. And it's like, well, what you want is a documentary that looks at all the worst people and says that this is everybody. That's the documentary that you want. You don't want the documentary about that being said. You don't want the documentary about Tevin and the tens of thousands of dollars he donates every year to Extra Life. And the thousands of dollars that you guys raised for with Gundam with the guy figurine. He doesn't want that in a documentary.
Yeah. He just wants it to be the worst the worst 0.1%, you know.
Which is fucking wild after like June spent 4 hours going, look, and made a point of mentioning these are only like a couple of detractors. They might be like they might do things that are unreasonable, but most detractors are not like this.
Yeah, he did a really great rhetorical job of explaining how DSP treats these people as like a shield. Like the worst people are a shield, and you get to ignore what everyone else says.
Right.
Yeah, remember that list of like, detractors are starting to get what's coming to them. Duty, super crazy. You never know who's going to be next.
Brand dude.
Brand dude.
Yeah, bring it. Like, dude, come on.
Brand dude. Iwamoto says, racist? I defended Grove Street from 10 penny. Sparrow song. Go ahead, Sam.
Whenever I was playing Bioshock Infinite, I saw the black guy sweeping the floor, and I was like, this is fucked up. When I played Mafia 3, I killed all the KKK members. Come on.
Yeah.
Calling me a racist.
Go ahead, Sam.
I was just going to say that that's where the list ends, though, because after that point, once he said super crazy and Duty, he has to then go to RTU, and it's like he's so he's like kind of separate to that. Like, okay, yes, he takes the piss out of you all the time, but he's not, you know, I wouldn't say his main thing is detractor, you know. It's like that's where the list kind of starts to just run out a little bit there. So.
Yeah.
Like, what is he gonna do? Like, what is he gonna do? Like, piece of peace? Or he's a normal dude. He has a real job. Does it for fun. There's nothing there for a documentary, right? You know, what are you gonna do? That's the problem.
That was a really great reason for the WWE. It's like, like the worst they do is they beat your ass in Street Fighter because you're really not that good at it.
Yeah, you know, but it's wild. Husky says Phil didn't need to ask for that heat from Jaha. No, he didn't need to ask for it. But he got it. And you saw how he handled that. I'm an alcoholic. Please, Jaha, don't beat my ass.
Because it wasn't just shit talking. He was making violent threats. And it's like when you cross that line, you don't show up in person unless you want to like answer for it. But DSP was like, oh, I don't want to answer for it. I was drunk and crazy. So leave me alone.
What did Viscount say again? You live your life. Fuck, it's like
you look like so you much. Do. I look like I do. If you don't want to look worse,
the best. All right, let's go. Simpin' for Chew here. Big up, Simpin' for Chew. Here we go.
No,
I can't believe it. You sons of bitches. I can't believe you. You wait until I go on vacation for 2 weeks to have the lovely, talented, light of my eye, Miss Chew, on the tractor beam.
Yes, thank you.
I've been crying since I found out. I've been coping. I'm seething. I'm so upset. My girlfriend is trying to figure out why I've been crying all day. I'm so upset. ALT, you owe me a chew string, dude. I'm so.
All right. We'll see.
I also found out that I guess DSP admitted to being down from the rafters while I was gone.
He did. He did.
What?
Yeah.
This blew my mind. So it's got me thinking, what's the craziest thing that's happened in this?
Nobody knew.
That you guys never could have imagined.
That's a good one.
From the rafters thing, for me, it would probably be the Comcast detractor. Like, it still blows my mind that a dude would like give up his job and his medical benefits just to troll in the F with DSP.
Yeah,
that's like next level hate to like give up your paying job for that. Like, it's godly. So, what would you guys say?
That's a good question. So, what's the craziest thing that happened in the detractor, in DSP's world that you couldn't believe would happen? And I'm trying to think, but the first thing that came to my mind was, I remember when I was kind of like tangentially watching this Say You Don't plays and to like, okay, he did something crazy, I'd see on Twitter, but I wouldn't really, follow it. I remember when he like literally admitted he was doing Bankrupt I remember that was kind of wild. I was like, are you serious? Like, everyone just jokes about it, you know? Like, it was just a joke, you know? DSP going bankrupt.
He has such a dry as a bone sense of sarcasm. You hear him say that, and you're like, oh, okay, what kind of joke is this?
Yeah, it was just weird. I was like, is that serious? You know, that was probably for me. But what
It's like him
what do you
saying,
got?
like, I am quitting streaming. I'm quitting the internet. And you'd be like, is he serious?
Yeah.
No, I'm going
gonna
bankrupt.
I'm gonna go bank leaks, and also the fact that he denied it and went the whole identity theft route. Like, that to me was one of the more surprising things. Like, the whole thing was crazy anyway, but then the fact that, you know, because I remember tweeting saying, go on, lie your fucking way out of this one then, you know, and then it was just, oh, okay, he's doing it. And that to me was like, wow.
That was. What about you? What about you, Steve?
I'm sort of torn because the wedding sort of came out of nowhere, but I think, like, personally, I think it was just the day he did the daily rap and Champions was visible on his phone, because it was just like,
that was good.
Stupidest thing, and it was like, this is like more than when you masturbated. You cannot ignore this. You know, this needs addressing because it's there on your channel in the thumbnail.
Jasper showed me your phone.
Yes. Because he's so like,
you
could see it like going, oh, this is going to be great. Jasper's on my seat. I'll turn my camera down, and then I'll be like, look, guys, Jasper's taken over. This is going to be hilarious. Isn't he? Great content and all that. And right there in the corner, didn't even check to see if his screen was off. Put the phone down immediately out of his mind, and it was just madness.
It's wild we're not saying the incident now, by the way, because that probably is the answer for normal people. But you know what I mean. But go ahead, Ludo. What's your choice?
The thing about the incident is it was the result of one mistake, but the WWE Champions thing is a result of hundreds of mistakes taken every single day over the course of years and years and years. And he wants to sit here and be like, "Oh, I masturbated on a live stream. That's the most embarrassing thing that could ever happen to me in my life." I'm like, I don't know, dude. Going bankrupt playing Candy Crush sounds pretty embarrassing, dude.
Yeah, but no, he's admitted to it now, Ludwig. You can't make fun of it anymore. Come on.
Speaking of that, I remember that being a highlight when people realized, holy shit, 13 credit cards. Like, we knew there was going to be something good in there, but when you're like, you see it all, and you're like, 13, this is fucking insane.
How do you get one card with like a $10,000 credit limit?
I know, for like $2,000 limit. That's
okay, that's another part of the bankruptcy, right? Because, like, you know, everything people said was true, like always. You know, like everything people said was just the truth. That was so wild.
I like how June was basically like, it's a foregone conclusion. I didn't even have to question whether or not he was down from the rafters. I went into it with the assumption that he was. Because, like, what is his opposing information? What is his evidence? No.
I sold it.
No.
Okay.
It's not me, okay?
Good
Yes,
question.
it was.
Also,
they call me DSP, which is the name I use on Twitter and Instagram, but not on WWE Champions, because that's stupid. Why would I use that?
Some people, I saw the Jenna in the Kool-Aid. That's a pretty good one too. Not gonna lie.
The craziest thing, like going back to Jasper showed me your phone. Like, DSP, he adores all these wrestlers. He like looks up to them. To have them be paid to just shit all over him, I can't imagine being in that position. Like, that more than anything would make me want to like question everything. You know what I mean? Just be like, all these people I looked up to in my childhood, they're just being commissioned to just be like, you jacked off on the live stream. People couldn't tell because it was so small. They thought you were fucking with a skin tag. Dude,
like, imagine, okay, so that's like people pay for it, and that's one part of it. But like Mansoor and them.
Yeah,
like,
he's replying to it, and he's like, "Oh, these idiots paid for this, thinking I was going to watch it." As he's watching it, what the fuck?
Like, imagine, like, Ludo, when you make the documentary on this, King Arc or whatever, whenever that happens,
God.
you know.
I'm still on the fucking Elden Ring DLC. It feels like such a quaint, like, bygone era of when you play video games. Like, Jesus.
It's going to start with Mansoor, though. I think that was it, right? That was the, like, Mansoor said, "Thank you, fucking," what he said, "You fucking losers."
Play WWE Supercard.
And Philip turned that into a positive. And that was kind of off and running. Everything people say, we kind of like us, you know? It's kind of wild.
You have to go back years to his first interaction with June, because him reacting to RTU is what brought him on with Kino Casino. They bonded over their mutual hatred of Rich, and he walked away from that feeling all high and mighty, thinking Rich represented detractors when we all fucking hate that dude.
I know.
But he's representative. We hate him. We felt at him. And the Kino Casino dents, which is like, let's be honest, like 2 or 3 people who are just sort of like nihilistic memesters. They're like, we have more money than sense. Let's pay to prop this guy up and make people we don't know anything about cry or whatever. Like we give a fuck.
Let's felt him, guys. Come on, let's felt him. It's like, all right, let you do what you do you.
Then he's just been riding that high since then, and it's sort of fading away now. The streak is ending every other day.
Yeah.
And even when it isn't, he got like $150 the same day that the streak ended. And he puts 110 of that dollars into WWE champions. It's like, so you got $50 per the stream for both streams for that day. It's like, we're so owned.
We got Ninja Turtles. Right? You ever heard of them? Ever heard of Ninja Turtles? You want that?
Oh God. Anyone who watched that stream, you come away with the same conclusion. It's like, this guy ruined his life. He ruined his life for this. For this right here, this like menuing with all these little buttons and like these 17 types of currency.
I know, it's so wild.
How
it's
happy
all menus.
he would have been.
It's all menus. It's so wild.
And when it isn't like, oh, you know what they do when they give you a brand new character? They give you like free energy for his super moves. So he just sits there and he taps once and the gym crushing is over. And it's like, okay, cool, dude. Imagine if they did that in Street Fighter. Like they introduce a new DLC character, you buy him, and all of his supers don't take any meter. Like he would complain about that so much.
It's so wild.
It's
so
WWE
wild.
champion, so we get to make excuses for video games now. Like, think about all the years where he's like, people who give their money to mobile games, you're degrading the games industry. You just want nothing but those kinds of games, huh? All the same time, he's dropping like thousands a day.
All these games, they're addictive. They use these manipulation tactics. All these ways.
He knows all
the
about it,
gacha,
too.
pay to win, grind it.
Sorry, I'm getting a lot off my chest because this is fucking like actual years of him trying to say he doesn't do this. Just to turn around and be like, yep, it was me. It's like, okay, so forgive me. Not me anymore.
Kind of
like, it's like
I said before, like the sadness kind of hit when you see the addict going, you know, and now it's kind of, I've got used to it now. So it's kind of, I can laugh at it again. But that first time I saw it do it, that was like, man, that's an addict, man.
Yeah, it's rough.
It's not fun.
It can get dark.
Tough.
Like imagine like having a dad who fought against like alcoholism his entire life. And then he splits from the family and like gets with a woman who just encourages that behavior. And she's like making him drink and he's drinking, like getting hammered every night. And it's like, you had all this like resistance for this so long. You just have it break down just because someone enables you. It's like, that's kind of weak.
It's something. It's something.
Too deep.
To change the mood here. To change the mood, ES says DSP learned his felting style from who, you might ask? Wimp Low. Big ups, ES.
Ding dong.
Training wrong as a joke.
Vike said Snood donated the Sonic. Now, you know what, Vikes? I thought that. I wasn't sure what Snood donated to Philip in terms of physical items, but that's a good guess. You never know.
He filmed that at a convention when he got that Sonic, and he broke it immediately.
Oh, yeah. Hawksworther says, Dear Sir Bernelio, we at Totally Real Games Inc. have been huge fans since Fallout 3 and would humbly request your presence at our tournament. Okay, I'll get right back to that. Thank you.
It would officially make Duty cry.
P.S. We also hate Duty. Some Gator says, maybe this was said before, but Phil being a narcissist isn't mimicry. With Phil being a narcissist, isn't mimicry a thing with that? He sounds like he's trying to mirror June in some sort of way. What do you think about that, Steve?
Yeah, it's called mirroring. I think sometimes it's called mimicry, but it's basically the same thing. Yeah, it's copying the behavioral patterns of somebody else. And we all do it to some extent, but most of us do it in like more subtle ways and more naturally, not like just copying wholesale. But I think the thing with narcissists is because obviously their outer self is the false self. It's the constructed image. They don't want you to see the real narcissist within. They don't want you to see the true self. So this has to be constructed rather than developed naturally. So yeah, that's why you get like just chunking bits together, and so it looks like a mishmash of several different people rather than.
Gotcha. Okay, so moving on. What do you think it means? Like, remember?
Next,
we were talking about DSP Acid and like the interviews that he was going to do, and we joked. We were like, the first question he's going to ask is, "So, what do you think about me?" And then guess what happened? He's on with Keemstar. His first question to Keemstar. So, anyways, what do you think about me? Oh, that's so crazy. Always
things,
don't try and
ahead.
predict what DSP is going to do. Just make an extreme joke. You're probably going to be more accurate than whatever you try and predict.
Wasn't the Craig one as well? Wasn't the Craig? You have to admit it was unfair to me.
Yeah. So you have to
Craig,
admit.
you have to admit that, right? Craig, you admit that? It was very unfair to me. You're kind of an asshole to me? Go ahead. I'll
And
let
for
you
a
speak,
half
Craig.
hour, he just kept pressing on that one point. It's like, dude, I don't think anything we did in that post stream was wrong. We have no reason to apologize for any of that. And if you think we do this, with all due respect, go fuck yourself. Like, fuck off with this line of questioning. And he took it completely out of context. Was like, oh, Craig just told me to go fuck himself because he didn't like me. And so I got his revenge. I was like, so you want me on your show, right? And he's like, I don't know, man. So anyways, you want me on your show, right? He's like, I don't know. Okay, so just say you want me on your show. Okay, no, I'm not interested. Go fuck your...
He just wanted that fucking felt and could not get it no matter how hard he was searching.
He wanted that last word.
Uh-huh. Big ups to other things Philip has mimicked is the goat laugh from Panda, the cat stretch from Cat. Also
yipes from her, I think.
Yipes from her. Yo from John Rambo.
Took decompression from side scrollers.
Decompression from side scrollers. All right, got to move on here. We got to finish on time here. Anshul Meester says, does Fail throwing shade at LTG hoping for milk style content prove Phil is smart? He's doing this to keep the Dent stream going. It's not proof he's smart. It proves he wants to keep the drama going, though, Anshul.
I think he's desperate.
Yeah,
like
that's
he's
what I
just
think
reaching for anyone now, and it's like I've gone through most people. Oh, fuck, I had a thing with LTG. I'll go for him.
Yeah. I felt like I don't know. You could say there was momentum with the start of the Kino Casino arc. You could, maybe, but now it's like he's kind of forgotten how to be. He's taken these little bits. But he's also working his old ways, like the beggings, like at an all-time high. So it's kind of like he's lost confidence in how to be that kind of version of himself. So he needs, and I think, am I right in saying they're back this week? So maybe we're gonna.
Oh yeah, we'll see how that goes. That could be something. But Meth Bear says, we're watching two maladjusted closeted men court in 2024. Dale's the bush. Dale's the butch. Phil's the bish. We are swatting the wedding. So there we go. We're swatting the wedding with Dale. And there we go. Big ups.
Beyond the release date of Fallout 5.
Right.
Yeah.
Fallout London, that's already been dropped.
The Copeside Phil says the vet streak was 276. The new streak lasted only 42. Nowhere close to how long the vet streak 1 lasted, but he's more popular than ever now. Yeah, you know that.
Even that was propped up by tips that got charged back, and he just didn't want to admit it.
3 people.
Didn't want to give people the W.
Also, he died at like 79, remember? But
Oh, yeah, did. Yeah. Iwamoto says Marilyn Manson self-felted with a removed lip. Yes, he did.
Got to get special surgery for that.
I remember that rumor. And you wondered, would you do it? I wouldn't do it. But then yourself, you're thinking about it, like, would I do it? Maybe.
Second dick is still pretty gay, even if it is yours.
Well, you're thinking, like, is it? You start doing the math, and then it gets complicated. You're like, 1 + 4 × 5. All right. Well, what do they say here? Okay. Anyways, Mr. Gorehouse says the blood work.
You have to do the multiplication first.
Mr. Gorehouse says the blood work makes no sense and also selfish. Well, blood work, that's not important. It's upsell. Come on, Mr. Gorehouse.
Jasper looks healthy. That's enough.
Yeah, he's jumping around. What's wrong with
He's
you?
not saying, Dad, I'm sick.
Tony
Nick calls
T
the
says,
vet, tries to get her in trouble. Like, how dare she? When did you think your
by
cat
the way,
blood
they
work?
agreed with me. By the way, they all agreed with me. So fuck you.
Hey,
Tony
put
T
her on
last one says,
suspension.
putting my money on Boogie being the next guest. Well, you never know. We'll start without that. He's reached out to him because that's in Keem's circle. So it's could happen.
God.
Wings could happen too.
They're on sort of fairly okay terms, aren't they?
Right? Yeah.
They spoke around the local podcast being a thing.
Yeah,
They're both so fake.
Yeah,
I know. Yeah, it's going to be interesting.
Real quick, last thing, Sam. I promise we're gonna get out here right on time. I do want to play this from PWAP Streams on Twitter, and you don't have to play the video; just the audio is fine. Very interesting audio from July 31st of 2024. This is Andy Worski here.
Yeah, you want to just hang out? Imagine us having DSP here, and we can't ask him anything about anything. It has to be like, What games
But
do you
I
like
st-
playing? You know?
That's the first. Next up, next part.
Which I find funny for someone saying they don't want to get involved in drama. At this point, I don't think we will ever get any truth.
For someone DM Phil and tell him we want him on the Kino Casino for just a nice, chill convo.
For old time's sake.
From him, but I
I'd
tried.
honestly suck his balls. Like, I don't care.
Yeah.
I'd get out the broomstick. I'd sweep it all for Phil. Fuck him.
I'd be like, everyone making fun of you. They're pretty nuts, huh? Yeah.
Somebody like that Metica bit in the DSP documentary, didn't they?
Yes, everyone was right. Phil is Phil. He'll never talk about anything serious. Which I find funny for someone saying.
Oh,
they
wait,
don't
next,
want to
last
get
one here.
involved in
We gotta get our people to send him $5 donos and go, you better go on Kino Casino. They love you. They're sweeping it up.
I don't know.
Just take his side on literally everything. Exactly.
Hear that?
No clue. That's not what we were
You
even talking
know, some DSP haters would be so mad at us.
about. So it sounds to me, I hate to say it, it sounds to me this guy is a snake. He was trying to bait me into some kind of a conversation.
But there we go. That was from July 31st of 2024. Big ups PWAP Streams for finding that. The storyline's been right in front of our eyes all along. But there you go.
When it's all said and done,
Yep.
get this video out there. I'm on like part 4 of 17.
Ludwig Order, big ups for joining us today. Here is his Twitch link. Go follow him on Twitch. Anything you're working on you want to shout out right now, Ludwig? Thanks for joining us.
Doing a bunch of videos for It's a Gundam. We're up to, I think, 808,000 subscribers. Which, DSP, if you don't know, if you put out a video that gets less than 200,000 views, you're not making viral content. I'm sorry to say. Also, I should adjust my Twitch streaming schedule so I can get more videos out there. But yeah, it's been a lot of fun. Been playing a lot of Detractor songs and Beat Saber, uploading those as their own videos.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, there's a cool like AI program that's able to turn songs into like Beat Saber maps. Cool. So I use that.
Cool.
I can go through pretty much every song and give them a little extra boost in visibility because they don't get nearly enough views. The ones you play on like WPIG, they're also great. Dark Side Drill with that Don't Tip No Buck.
Yeah.
Like I go back and listen to some of those. It's like ones that came out like months ago. They're so good.
And
But yeah,
Wolverine
working on
Doll's
that.
pumping them out too. But yeah, go ahead.
Oh yeah, great stuff. Misery Merchant also good. But yeah, editing for It's a Gundam, playing the YouTube game, paying rent, and streaming when I want to because that's the life, and editing videos when I need to keep myself sane. Hope you guys are doing
Big
good.
ups. Yes, big ups, Ludwig, as always. Always amazingly meaningful guest. Steve, any final words from you, my friend?
Yeah, it's been good to see you, Ludwig. You like Astro Boy, don't you? I mean, I'm glad that you're here for Astro Boy because I like Astro Boy. Astro Boy's a really good game. So it's really good
Hope
to
you
see.
want
I'm
to
happy
give some
see
money
you,
for
Ludwig.
Astro Boy, and if you don't, then I guess you don't like the game. Like, oh.
Big ups. And yeah, we'll see. I'll probably do the pre-stream tomorrow. We'll see, though, on WPIG, but no promises. And then Detractor Beam will be tomorrow night. Sam, send us home, please.
Okay. Goodbye, everyone.
Thoughts on Batman getting a star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame Wednesday next week? Is it deserved? Batman the character?
No, Batman, the historical figure, you dunce.
Bye.
This one goes out to the one and only, the big cat, the fat cat.